Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on
I think this is where
Give me your Carmichael Dave from the Dave Doppler.
Doppler radar shows you today. It's gonna be great today. Partly cloudy, if not mostly cloudy. Starting around 1.
Okay.
Be sunny till about then. And then after that, gets a little cloudy. High is 68, and then tomorrow partly cloudy, cools down a bit.
Okay.
64. It'll stay 64 Friday, Jason, but bad news. It is going to rain. And then between Friday and all the way through next Thursday, looks like it will be raining with highs ranging from 58 to 63. Yeah.
We have the first ever games from the Athletics in Sacramento Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We getting some rainouts?
80%, 70%, 60% chances of rain with highs of 59, 56, and 59.
On the 3 days?
On those 3 days.
Cubs only come in once. They got to squeeze those games in.
They got to squeeze them in.
You know, that's my kind of weather.
I love that kind of weather.
Sans the rain.
Well, yeah, sans the rain.
Dude, I had to turn on my air conditioning in my car yesterday. It was awful.
I got home. This is no joke, dude. I got home and, well, I guess it wasn't. I got home later I went out to do something around 4. I came back and my wife and kids were home and our AC is running in the house.
Set the screen.
I don't feel like it's time for that yet.
Yeah.
It's way too early. But yeah, it was warm and we're not used to it yet. Like for
the first one, I mean, it felt hot.
Like if we had yesterday, I guarantee you this, if we had yesterday's weather in like on July 23rd, there would be no AC happening. Like we'd all just, we'd be. Some
people would be like, do I need a sweatshirt today?
Yeah, it's a little chilly outside.
That's because on July 23rd, it's going to be 170 and there's going to be fires everywhere.
That's 100% correct.
170.
170. Then fires everywhere. Yeah. Welcome to California.
I almost, but I didn't. I almost jumped in the pool.
Okay, I'm not going to lie.
Just to like feel good.
I put my hand in. It was too cold.
Yeah.
I did think about it though.
Yeah. We went on a nice bike ride, came back. I was a little sweaty. I go, you know what? Might be a pool time. I chickened out.
Are you still monthly jumping?
I have not. I did that for the full year.
By the way, spotlight on Chris. You're in day 2 now?
Oh, yeah.
He's fasting.
He is.
Jason is quite the prankster.
Yeah. I mean,
he was able to get me fast, and he's just like, I'm not going to do it.
I am. I just wasn't. I told it is. I will take the blame for this. Chris is right. It wasn't a prank because I wouldn't do it that way.
Classic Ross prank.
Classic Jason.
I said, you want to do it again? Yes. Okay. And then I maybe about a week and a half ago,
I was actually thinking about doing it before he brought it up.
Sure. It was time.
And I was thinking, I said, you know what might be a good time in the schedule? Just because sometimes distractions are good. These back-to-back home nights, so maybe start at Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, and then
I was like,
today.
Perfect.
And then I said, no, you know what? I think I'm not going to quite do it just yet. I was going to wait till April. But Chris went for it. So he's doing a solo mission, which is great.
It was interesting. Yeah, I feel like it'd be a lot tougher on your own.
Oh, it's tough yesterday.
Yeah.
But that was the first full day?
Yes,
So that's the hardest day, I think. But you feel good today?
I do.
I'm going to do.
Strong enough to take on the world.
Probably not. Probably not today. Don't.
So you're almost into day 2, right?
Please don't exert yourself too much. Yeah, you're in day 2?
Yes.
Okay.
My last meal was 12 o'clock Monday.
So when are you eating? Tomorrow night?
Or 12 o'clock Thursday.
12 o'clock Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I told you guys. I texted you guys last night.
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on a fast until the Kings win.
Hunger strike.
Hunger strike. So it could be tomorrow night.
It
but
could be next
not
week.
be.
Could be.
Don't tell Doug because he might say like, "Hey, I'm not a tanking guy," but
Right.
But I know the stuff Chris has said.
Yeah.
So it's time.
I don't want to. I want to ask a question, but I certainly want to be very careful here and respectful. Are we in Ramadan right now? I believe, or is that coming up? I keep seeing things about it, and I know
I don't know when it ends.
And in Ramadan,
But it started a while ago.
Okay, and if I'm correct, Ramadan, you fast while the sun is up. I think.
I think that's right.
And
Correct.
then eat that evening.
March 29th is the last day.
Okay, so it's going on right now. And then I think I'm pretty sure I believe water, water's okay, that, liquids and all that, but you fast, and that's for what, a month? I think about a month.
Yeah.
And then I believe the end of it, which I always thought would be super cool to experience, it's got to be, is like the end of Ramadan, there's a meal, like a feast that happens with family and all that. And that's got to, like, having gone through, now look, a 3-day complete fast is obviously a little bit different than just fasting in the daylight hours. But I think when you fast during the daylight hours for an entire month, it at the very least evens out.
Yeah.
And then that meal at the end has to be, because I said, guys, the best part of the fast for me that we went on was I still right now can remember the first piece of watermelon I put in my mouth. I can remember, and I've tried to recreate it. I literally about 2 weeks ago did a snack, and it was watermelon, and it was plain Greek yogurt and honey, and it was fine.
Yep.
It was fine.
Not the same.
It was. I'm not over exaggerating when I almost got teary when I was eating that. It was the best thing I've ever had in my life.
I'm with you. I don't know that it was the best watermelon I've ever had, but it was the best watermelon I've ever had.
That's right.
Well, then here's the thing. I'm going to experience that again.
Yeah.
So the thing I'm afraid of is it's not going to be the same.
Are you going to eat the same first thing?
Yes.
Which was what?
Watermelon.
Have you thought about, like, because watermelon's not, it was the one that we saw that was the most recommended, but I think there's other things. Have you thought about maybe changing it up and trying, like, I don't know, whatever the other thing might be?
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, just to say, I would, if you're already going through it, and then you can sit there and say, oh, I don't know, I'm having pears or a banana. Is this the best banana I've ever had?
So are you going to do it soon?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it today or tomorrow, but now
The next day?
Yeah, no, now that, let me think.
Maybe after New Orleans?
I think that's exactly when I'm going to do it. That's exactly. I don't want to do anything to mess with my.
You got to be ready.
Yeah.
Trained.
Is there a such thing?
Oh, do you know what the best muffaletta sandwich would be?
The first one after?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the
It
problem.
would also be the worst.
That's probably too much to break the fast.
That would destroy you.
That's like the day after you started up, maybe, or 2 days after.
What if maybe this summer, what we should do is we should all three do a fast at the same time, but let's do, we'll call it the 100-mile-an-hour fast or something. And here's the difference. This is hardcore. We do the 3-day fast, but our first meal back is like spicy beef burrito from somewhere, or just load up on Del Taco, maybe a bowl of chili.
Dude,
why?
I was going to have my first Del Taco ever.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't follow through?
No.
Why?
It was $25.
I mean, look, well, yeah, but weren't you ordering it on some app?
On their app.
I mean, I don't know.
What were you ordering?
Del Taco.
I told he texted me over the weekend and said, "What's the Del Taco order?" I said, "It's a spicy chicken jack."
Because I was going to be in the area. I'm like, oh, perfect.
Spicy chicken jack quesadilla combo, which is a spicy chicken jack quesadilla. You have to ask because there's a quesadilla combo. You have to have them make it a spicy chicken jack quesadilla, which is like an extra $1 or $2. 2 tacos. I believe they're like Del Taco Supremes or whatever. So you got the quesadilla, the 2 tacos, the large cherry Coke, and then separately, because it's not included, you order a large French fries.
That was not $25.
That's what I'm saying. There's something weird. I don't think he's lying.
Oh, I'm sure it was more. It's not 6.
There was no quesadilla taco combo. He had to order them separately.
Oh, well, then but still it shouldn't be 25.
Got one. Like, they must have just stopped that. Then it's been in the last 6 months. I haven't eaten there in a while, but I'll go buy my friendly neighbor. You know what I'll do? You know what I'm going to do today, Chris? After the show ends, this is not my treat meal day. That's Friday, but today I'm going to substitute for Friday. I'm going to go buy Del Taco on my way home, which is on my way home, and I will make that order, and then I'll send you the little receipt.
Hey, Chris, I'm eating Del Taco. I know you can't eat right now.
Why don't you wait till Friday?
That's good. No, it's more fun today.
I'm in the mood.
Yeah, and I'm the pranks.
Exactly. So interesting. Yeah. I think those fasts will be, but not before noon.
But this is like the best day, and the third day, remember, we all got really loopy.
Yeah, but I felt good. The loopy was good.
The loopy was kind of like, it was almost like being a little high. Like
yeah.
I was at I'll never forget, my daughter was getting her hair cut, which took like an hour and a half because she went to my wife's place.
Like, okay.
I'm like, cool. And then I went to this little like Smart and Final or whatever. Dude, I wandered the aisles. I was just putting the most random stuff in my cart.
Yeah.
And then some of it was watermelon and Greek yogurt and honey.
I remember the night sleep before, I guess it would be night 2 going into day 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wow, I feel really good.
Yeah.
Like getting ready for a bit. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I feel awesome.
Did you guys feel like I was so ready to eat on that third day, but also in the back of my mind, I was like, I could go a 4th day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That definitely happened.
Like I could do it. I don't know if it's a good idea.
And then what would we all do it? Like we had the watermelon, then it was supposed to be like about an hour later, eat the meal, some sort of a meal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really have to, but since I said I thought you guys were, I go, well, I will. So I had the eggs, but I'm like,
I had the eggs that day too.
Yeah, I definitely didn't eat it.
No, but I knew that, we got a break here. I knew that thank God we read what we read, because I did the watermelon first. Then I did the Greek yogurt. That was kind of my meal, was the Greek yogurt and the honey. And then I think I was watching the Kings game like an hour later, and I destroyed my underwear. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Out of the blue. And I'm like, what? Really? Am I that jacked up?
We had to do, and you want to do Taco Bell?
Yeah. Because how fun would that be?
Super fun.
You'd have to wear it. You'd pretty much have to wear it. Depends. That depends. All right. We got a big show for you today. Really big show. It's never too early to talk about destroying your underwear.
Never. We'll bring this back at 9:30.
8 a.m. Kings Rewind. Yeah, we'll go back over last night, A Tale of Two Halves. Katie Christensen will make her regular appearance Wednesdays, 9 a.m. She will join. And the new head coach, this is something you did. The new head coach over at Sac State, you have to refresh me on his name. He's going to join us at 8 a.m.
It was kind of tough to pronounce.
Mick Bobby?
Might be. We'll ask.
Yeah, we'll ask.
And by 8 a.m. you mean 8:30?
I do. Do I? And I 100% do mean that. 8:30. Yeah, that's what I said. You're fasting, dude. You're just not thinking.
You're trying to fast forward Kings Rewind.
Also, by the way, as we break, how great is it? What are the odds that the new Sac State football coach or basketball coach also in a Sacramento Kings basketball commercial all year long too?
Yeah,
it was almost
both those guys.
It was like foresight.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Leading off is next.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights They're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Spring is in the air, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping for new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
For 3. In, out, and in. So that's the 19th one that OKC has made, and it's 117-94. 10-0 run by the Thunder. Gianellis is blocked by Jalen Williams in the paint. Lead out pass, run to the rim, easy flush thrown down by the Thunder's Kenrich Williams.
No, the sound didn't cut out there. That was a weird thing. Didn't cut out on our end. Ryan said the sound cut out, but that was just like a weird pause in the call. Right. Let's just set that for the next 3 hours. That's the lovely and talented Gary Gerald. And that was in the middle of a 12-0 run, or should I say
which one?
Which 12-0 run? Yeah. Look, I had somebody. These are my favorite things when when social media has been so Kings social media has just been so rough this year. And everyone's frustrated. I totally get it. But the whole go be a Thunder fan thing is look, we can. But then someone asked, I did have a conversation with a regular poster who I said I would trade our history for the Thunder history. Actually, I would do that. They've been more successful, and he was like, I want your history is part of your club. All I'm saying is I would rather have the Thunder have been a team for what? Less than half of how long the Kings have been a team?
Probably.
They've been a more successful franchise.
Was it a debate?
It wasn't so much a debate as to whether or not they were the more successful franchise. This guy's point was your history's your history, win or lose. It was almost right. And I'm saying, but if I had a chance to rewind, how long have they been around? 15 years? God,
more than that.
Yeah,
well, how long is Westbrook's career? 17, 18?
Somewhere in there, yeah. So somewhere between 15 and 20.
Yeah.
If I could rewind the last 20 years, okay, which would take us back to what, 05? And I had to, and the rule was I had to get rid of 02 and all, and that which I love that team. Thunder's been more successful, hands down. They've been more successful.
It's not really close.
You got a finals.
You'd have to get rid of the Bibby shot. You'd have to get rid of the Doug Christie punching Fox. You'd have to get rid of all the Chris Webber games.
I love all those memories, and the fact that they're all now basically coaching here is great. Yeah. I love all those memories, but in exchange, you're getting far more winning seasons. You don't have the 16-year drought. You had the whole Harden, Westbrook, Durant crew that went to the finals.
I'm totally against that.
You'd rather have our history?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think this is one of those things, though, Chris.
One whose future I'd rather have.
That's what I'm saying. And then now all of a sudden you're here right now.
Now that's a different story.
And that was part of it. Was just when you look, I look at the Thunder. It's not I want to be. Although I've said before, if the Kings had relocated tomorrow, the Thunder would probably be. But to be fair, the Thunder would have been my team years ago. Similar, smaller market. I love the GM, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't. It's not a. I am envious. I'm not a fan of the Thunder. I am envious.
Yeah, of their position.
Of the structure of the team from top to bottom. The market is semi. I know we're in California, but I think if you had to take Kings fans and say, what is the closest comparison DNA wise? It might be Thunder fans. Just they're phenomenal. They sell out their games. They're loud. They're creative. And good for them. Hey, good for them, but not good for them because of the Seattle thing.
They're not cynical. They're not as cynical as Kings fans.
I agree with you.
They don't have the black humor that Kings fans
I
have.
agree with you, but I also...
Which I would never want to turn away.
I think part of the reason why, if not the entire reason why Kings fans are so cynical and have the dark humor is because they've been dragged through hell for 40 years with breaks at the water fountain. That hasn't been the case. Oklahoma City got a team.
Right.
Hooray. It's the only game in town by far. And, on top of that, they've enjoyed a ton of superstars and a ton of success over the years with the ultimate stability with ownership and general manager.
Yeah, and I think the other part that's appealing to them is, much like you've said about, like, let's say the Spurs that got fortunate with Robinson and Duncan and now Victor Wembanyama, or the Lakers that, have the ability because they're LA, get LeBron and Luka. Like, they've drafted this group.
Right.
They've been creative. They've traded for. They had a huge break in the SGA trade, which they did it. They had another team that was willing to move that Paul George and get him, and they drafted the group and made clever trades. And
yeah,
it's not where you go, well, how else are you going to get 5 superstars on a team? It's kind of one with great role players that all fit.
That's right. There's not 5 superstars.
It's not an unrealistic build. It's just they did it. It's hard, but they did it.
One superstar and 4 really good. Look.
I don't think Jalen Williams is a star, but on a winning team, he gets the all-star accolades.
I couldn't agree with you more.
He's a really good player.
He's a really good player. Chet Holmgren's they're all really good players.
Absolutely.
But
one by one, you're like Isaiah Joe, Alex Caruso. I'd like him, but
right. Just perfect fits.
I really did want Alex Caruso.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I think every team would want him. But you also go, but he's my bench guy. Like, do we have to have him? No, but it just all works.
Perfect fit. Why they're saying there's no, I don't know if this is right or wrong. Somebody said there's no audio on YouTube. I don't know if that's right because other people are arguing that there are or is. Here's cut number 2, please. Cut number 2.
This one belongs to the Heat, 112-86, led by the 27 points and 8 rebounds of the captain.
That was weird. Didn't expect that. The Miami Heat hosted Jimmy Butler and his new team, the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, I guess they need Steph, don't they, huh?
You think he makes a difference?
I guess he does.
This was not a game from the start. I mean, Miami took a 6-point lead into the second, and then a 17-point lead into the third, outscored by 13 in the fourth, and the 31-41 Miami Heat trounced the Warriors 112-86.
Without being close to the situation, my gut read on professional athletes on Miami, like the longtime guys, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler basically said, we're not good enough.
Right.
And that means you guys. Mm-hmm. It's his first game back, and they remembered.
They very much remember.
It was that revenge game in the flip, like where the guy comes back to your place, like, oh, no, we remember.
Yeah.
And we are going to crush you. And they did.
And they absolutely did. Tyler Hero with 20 points and 3 boards. Bam Adebayo, 27 and 8. Funny, it was also kind of a revenge game for Andrew Wiggins against his home team. Fairly quiet. 4 of 13, 10 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. So quiet on the scoring end, but did a lot of other things. Old friend Davion Mitchell in 32 minutes, 12 points, 7 assists, 5 boards on 5 of 8 shooting, made both his threes. Jaime Jaquez Jr., though, maybe the story of the night. 4 minutes, and he didn't have a single registered anything.
Not anything? No fouls?
Not a foul, not a assist, not a turnover, not a shot taken.
But did you see the headband?
It was honestly amazing.
Coach mad at him?
Can't understand why he might be. Cut number 3, please.
Cut number 2.
Or 3.
Wilson gets the snap. Looking, firing, has Jefferson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Russell Wilson in that Giants quarterback room. 4th team in 4 years. He signs with the New York Giants. I think it's a deal worth up to $21 million for the next season. That now X's out Aaron Rodgers from the Giants, which is rumored. Sounds like it's Rodgers and the Steelers, or good luck. And hey, Tommy DeVito can now look to his left at Russell Wilson, to his right at Jameis Winston. And I got to be honest, I don't know that there's ever been a quarterback room in history where the quarterback and the backup might be the exact opposite of each other. Talk about two completely different personalities.
And they're even still talking about drafting one, which they might.
Well,
I
of course
guess.
they are. They're the Giants.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to talk about that. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Let Russ cook in New York.
Let Russ cook in New York. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to do it. Audio recap. Remember, we're all in this together, ladies and gentlemen. Last night's loss to the Thunder as the March Gauntlet continues. Let's relive it together. Don't forget, we have Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall tickets to give away. We're going to do them a little bit earlier this time, so stay tuned there. We're right back after this.
Thursday night, Kings and Trailblazers. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip off at 7.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Wednesday. Getting out the door to a mild beginning to the day, and changes start to roll in as we head through the afternoon. We'll see a bit of an increase in clouds. We'll feel a bit of a south breeze. Temperature is not as hot. Highs today peak in the low to mid 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. Whether you purchase a new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, Elk Grove Honda has the right Honda at the right price. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
It's Carmichael Dave talking to you about my good friends at American Energy. You're in the Sacramento area. You know how the seasons work. They are a-changing right now. So American Energy wants to help you stay warm for the rest of the cold season, but help you stay cool during the warm season. Best way to do that, make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of half off a tune-up, $24.50. They cut that right in half, and if you want a diagnostic, guess what? You can't beat free. If it's free, it's me, and now it can be you. And also, it's the end of the season blowout. $4,000 off a new system plus any rebates. That $4,000, that's a direct drop from the sticker price. It's a great deal. Check them out at theaeway.com or an instant quote, or give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Here's how to get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. Our U.S.-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and start saving today. Plans include $5 credit for autopay and e-billing.
JCPenney makes spring fashion look so easy. Throw on something light, bright, and extra comfy. Mix and match new arrivals from your fave brands and create affordable outfits with ease, like the perfect St. John's Bay polo paired with chinos, or a simple sweater and denim combo from A&A. Get that Liz Claiborne handbag you love, plus those cute sandals to match. For warmer nights, pick out cool, lightweight sleep sets from Umbriel. Come shop, bring the fam, and start chasing those spring vibes now. JCPenney, make it count.
Get ready, NorCal. The Lodi Beer Fest and State Barbecue Championship is on Saturday, April 26th at the Lodi Grape Festival grounds. There will be something for everyone. Craft beers from over 50 breweries, live music, outrageous food, games, plus taste barbecue from world-class barbecue teams. For tickets and more information, go to grapefestival.com. Must be 21 years of age or older to attend. The Lodi Beer Fest, where great brews meet legendary cues. Saturday, April 26th in Lodi.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer & Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust, along with my entire team. I have been helping accident survivors recover compensation for their injuries for 25 years, and we can help you. There is no charge for calling. If you have an injury, just call Ginger.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Since the launch of the World Handicap System, a golfer's handicap index has been automatically calculated by taking their 8 best score differentials from their most recent 20 rounds. According to Golf Monthly Newsletter, that handicap is not designed to reflect average scores, but how likely you'll play on a course of average difficulty. Handicaps are generally split into 3 different groups: low, mid, and high. A recent report by the USGA showed that the average handicap index for a male is 14.2 and 28.7 for a female. A golfer with a handicap of 1 to 9 is considered to have a low handicap. A handicap of 10 to 19 is generally thought to be a mid-handicapper, and a higher handicap golfer is 20 and above. Nearly 50% of males are mid-handicappers, with 30% carrying low handicaps, and under 20% of female golfers are in the low and mid-handicap groups. Carry your handicap proudly and play on. It's supposed to be fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
Shout out to Jason Ross during the break.
That was one of the most impressive things I've seen Jason do.
I'm actually really proud of myself.
The question on TV was, who had the most 30-point games in the 80s? Michael Jordan. Duh.
That's what Chris said. And I was thinking, yeah, well, but he started a little bit later, and that probably felt too obvious. Like, it's probably someone like Alex English. And Chris's exact words were like, Alex English. And then
I would say, yeah,
no,
Alex
keep going.
English.
And then what, like a half second later?
No, I said, Alex English, the basketball coach?
And then a half second, like we didn't hear the audio.
Right.
And then it showed the picture and it was Alex English.
Alex English. Wow. That, which I guess when you think about it, I still would think it would be Jordan, but Jordan came in, what, in 83,
Right.
82?
84.
84. Okay. So he only had half the decade to catch up. Here's a supplemental trivia question to that. Who's the only person on the show to ever hit the guy that had the most 30-point games in the 80s in the chest with a 7-iron?
Carmichael Dave?
You are correct. Wow. Yeah, well done.
What I know about you, Dave, that might not have been the most embarrassing moment of that golf tournament.
And why am I forgetting what?
I don't know. I just
Was that the same one you got punched by Sugar Ray or no?
Oh God, it was either that. No, because Sugar Ray was in our foursome. It was the year before our guy was Alex, and I didn't. Just for context, some of you know, I didn't see him standing behind me, and I hit a terrible shot, and I just kind of let the club go on my backswing, and I wouldn't say it didn't. It's not like it hit him. It like kind of grazed his stomach, and I turned around and I'm like, oh my dear Lord, I'm an idiot. And he just laughed, and it was fine. But the rest of that was like on 16, like, you know the point of a golf round where it starts to seem like a job.
Yeah.
You look up, you're like, God, I'm on 14. Let's go. And it was particularly warm that day.
You're like, I need to go to the car.
I need to leave.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yes, I threw a club. It's not the first time I threw a club. I've gotten a lot better. I have. I truly have. I used to be, I wasn't a guy that would like tear up the green or anything, but ever since I threw my club and almost hit my dad, I stopped doing it because I get very frustrated. Anyway, the chat is going. And you're welcome. And remember, today is talk about whatever you want day.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm just scanning. It obviously, when I say whatever you want, like nothing terrible or racist or misogynist. I'm talking like, their politics and all that. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. Have at it. Have at it, Zeebs. Have at it, MC. Have at it, everybody. You just politic away. In the meantime, let's talk about Keegan Murray. Let's talk about three-pointers and a Sacramento lead, shall we?
Keon Ellis down to Sabonis on the near right side, drives to the left, and Hartenstein kicks to the corner. Keegan Murray for three. And the Kings are 2 for 2. Keegan knocks down the triple to give Sacramento a 5-2 start.
In the game, right there.
Yeah, that's it. That is the whole game, all of it, period, and a statement. And the Kings would go on to win the game. Yeah, well, Chet Holmgren said, hey, you can bury three, so can I.
Holmgren, top of the arc, dangerous, shoots the three, scores the three. And so for a second time, we're tied. Each team knocking down a 2 on the first trip and a 3 on the second trip.
Yeah, a lot of threes going on. Alex Caruso got into it. He hit a 3.
Here's a drive into traffic by Isaiah Joe. Out to Caruso, triple. Yep, scores it. Kings trail 38-23. It's the biggest lead that the Thunder have enjoyed. They've won 6 in a row, 13 of their last 14. No signs of any let up in this one tonight.
My wife and daughter enjoyed last night. The thing they enjoyed the most about last night's game watching, and my daughter pointed it out, is they call Alex Caruso Baby Pigeon Jr. because they used to call Costa Koufis Baby Pigeon, and because they thought he looked like a baby pigeon, and they somehow think that Alex Caruso looks like son of Baby Pigeon.
Okay.
Baby Pigeon Jr.
My nickname for Alex Caruso is Puff Puff Pass.
Because he looks like he smokes weed?
Because he got arrested.
Oh, he did? I didn't know.
Yeah, in Texas.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, it's like a year or two ago.
Did he for weed?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, good for him. Here's Shea Gillis. It's Alexander.
Hey, it's legal here.
Love comes back right. Ball fake to the paint. Kicks it out to SGA. They're down to 3 on the clock. It's the 2-point range. Spins, flips, and scores. Doesn't make any difference how much time is on the possession. He finds a way. He's got 20 points. He just moved ahead of Kevin Durant for the most consecutive 20-point games in Thunder history.
Okay, so you heard that at the end. Because after that SGA shot, it was 68-45 to start the third quarter, basically. Yeah, Wolf is right. Where are we going here?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the Rocky music played, and the Kings remembered that they can make baskets too. We'll start it out with Keon Ellis cutting it to 14.
Hesitates, steps back, now feeds to the corner. Keon Ellis. That's back-to-back threes by Sacramento and a 12-4 run. And there's some life at Golden One Center.
Looking at ESPN Analytics chances to win the West this season, by the way. Warriors 3%, Nuggets 6%, Rockets 7%, Lakers 8%. Thunder 70.
Okay.
So Keon Ellis hits a 3.
Yep.
It's a 12-4 run. And 68-54, still Oklahoma City. Then all of a sudden, Keegan Murray. I don't know if he got hot so much as there were flames coming out of his eyeballs. Here's a corner 3 from Keegan.
Just Alexander, drive and kick. Dort, left corner, in attack mode. Goes high window, no good. Sabonis with a rebound. Outlet bounce pass. Jake Levine on the run, kicks to Keegan. Corner 3. He's got the triple, and we may have a ball game in Sacramento. 13-0 run by the Kings.
Okay. You know what's better than a 13-0 run?
More.
A 16-0 run. Keegan Murray, once again.
Thus far in the third, the Kings have scored 16. OKC scored 4. Here's Keegan Murray straight away. Another triple. And he buries it. It's 68-61. 16 straight points by Sacramento has made this a 7-point game. Keegan Murray is now 6 of 7 from downtown. He has 19 points on the evening.
That was his 6th three-pointer. You know what's better than 6 three-pointers, Jason?
More?
7 three-pointers from Keegan Murray.
Offensive rebound, back to SGA. Ball stripped as he drives, no foul call. Kings 5-on-4 at the moment. Left wing, DeRozan to the corner. Keegan, can he do it again? You bet he can. 22 points for Keegan Murray, who's made 7 3-pointers in 8 attempts.
And at that point, OKC and Sacramento trading punches. Leads cut down to 9. Keegan can make his threes, but can Keon make his
Baseline,
threes?
the floater for 2 comes up short. Then a steal in the backcourt by LaRavia. Kings come back with it. To Keon for 3. Well, he missed the 2, but he scores the 3, and it's a 9-point game. 79-70.
Kings cut it to 6 at one point.
Yep.
And then it just got surgical. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a big dunk off the bounce to make it 84-76. And then even though the Kings would convert, he would then bury a 3-ball to stretch the lead to 11.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Crosses the midcourt line, accelerates on Ellis, stops, launches the 3, scores it. Man, he is so smooth. What a talent. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Lead back to double digits for the Thunder at 89-78.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I would say, could they simultaneously defend him well and not defend him well in the same game? It was weird. Like I'm like, they're doing a good job. Wait, he has 30 points? Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe they're not.
Fits and starts. And Doug Christie will talk to us a little bit later. He talked last night about consistency and effort and the tale of two halves. Meanwhile, even though the Kings were watching the the game slip away, Keegan Murray was enjoying his best game of the season.
There's Keegan Murray to beat the buzzer for 3 more. Score the triple. 25 for Keegan, 16 in the quarter. And that will do it on the inbounds pass by the Thunder. With 3 quarters in the books, the Kings have roared back to life thanks to knocking down, I believe they made 10 3-pointers in that last 12 minutes. That's almost unheard of.
Well, we'll save you most of the fourth quarter. That's 8 threes for Keegan Murray, and obviously he was the bright spot for the Kings. The fans were getting a little hoarse from all the Murraying going on, but I think they had 1 more left in them.
A traffic jam in the paint, a lot of bodies hitting the floor. A 3 by Keegan Murray ends up being good on the left wing as a result of that. He's now 9 for 11 from downtown. He's got a season-high 28 points. Trying to keep the Kings alive. 6.5 minutes to go. It's 105-92. Then the Kings get a defensive stop.
I have long, since this chant started, been fascinated by our good friend Scott Moak. Mm-hmm. And the fact that I could probably almost certainly tell you, just simply if you played me Scott's Keegan's, what point of the game it was and how big the play was, because he changes his key higher when things are more exciting. And so, he was just building up to a frenzy. And the fans matched the key. They're great at it. Everybody's in tune. But then at the end there, he still did it, but it was almost like, out of respect, we're going to do this. You're doing fantastic, but also we're getting our asses kicked.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. It's this 9th 3, so that should be the peak of it. Yeah. Now the game was over.
The game was over.
Like, not as much on it.
Oh, golly. 9 of 13 for Keegan Murray. He was 9 of 13 from beyond the arc, 0 of 2 from inside the arc.
Like a lot of the rest of the team, they were awful from 2 last night.
They were not great. As a matter of fact, you don't see this that often because field goals count 3-point shots. They shot 49% from beyond the arc. That's got to be close to it. That's got to be up there with their season highs. Just 40.7% overall. As a matter of fact, I will do the math here, Jason. They were 14 of 64 from inside the arc. Are you doing the division right now? Yeah, so 67 to 14 divided by 6.
22%. From 2.
22% from 2, 49% from 3.
Make it make sense.
And by the way, not for nothing, it was on a small sample size. They took 12 free throws, which was just 2 more than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They were 8 of 12, which really sounds like okay in the beginning, and then you see it at 66%. That wasn't the difference in the game. But I will tell you this, what didn't help? No offense, but DeMar DeRozan was stinky last night.
There's a pretty good group of people that were stinky.
Yeah, no, you're right. Sabonis.
I thought Levine, got some numbers, but
it's like with Levine. Okay, well, we got a break. Chris is right. We're late, but we'll talk about that. It's like, hey, you shot 16 times. I'm proud of you. When we come back, NFL news and notes. Russell Wilson signs a deal with the Giants. Stephon Diggs back to the East Coast as well, and more. We'll get to that next.
Thursday night, Kings and Trailblazers. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Right here in our community, we've got a lawyer here that is willing to help. He's not one of those national lawyers that you see on television that give you a kind of a face of a company and think, oh, I might trust that person. I want to give them a call. Well, you never get to that person, one of those big, conglomerate lawyer groups that you'll see on television. How about someone that's here, that's local, that's been effective, that works in our community and wants to work with other people from our community? I'm talking about Jonathan Gonzalez and his law team at saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187. As his case preparation, overall approach, it's had a huge impact on thousands of clients, and you could be one of them as well. Whether it's criminal defense, a sexual harassment case, wrongful termination, maybe auto accident you're dealing with, or an expungement, something you'd like taken off your record that's still following you around, keeping you from doing some of the things that you would like to do. That's where he specializes in. That's where you should call him and get that help you're looking for. If you need that representation, again, it's Jonathan Gonzalez in our community, 916-304-9187 or saclegaldefense.com.
T-Mobile home internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
I'm rehearsing. There are so many benefits. You got to talk fast.
T-Mobile home internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on them.
Get T-Mobile home internet all in for just $55 a month with auto pay and any postpaid voice line.
Additional terms apply. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Advanced Infusion Center, where we prioritize your comfort and well-being. Whether you're managing a chronic condition or seeking specialized IV therapy, our state-of-the-art center offers tailored solutions to meet your needs. Advanced Infusion Center's dedicated healthcare professionals are here to ensure your safety and provide personalized care. Conveniently located in Sacramento and Yuba City with flexible scheduling options. Experience a new standard in infusion therapy. Visit Advanced Infusion Center today at advancedinfusion.com.
Looking for family fun, thrilling baseball, and unforgettable memories? Come out to Sutter Health Park and catch the Sacramento River Cats in action. Great games, great food, and great times await. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Well, it's the Ram Truck Month sales event, and I know that means discounts.
Right now, you can save up to $17,500 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. And we don't just have a few Rams. We have Northern California's biggest selection, with over 500 new Rams available.
It's the big city savings with the small town customer service.
Exactly. When you shop at Hoblet, you become part of the family. Plus, we don't just have big savings on Ram trucks. We have almost 200 vehicles at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter and over 30 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$17,500 total net savings after $10,500 factor rebates and $7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include $2,000 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital. $1,500 National Conquest dealer cash. Must currently own or lease a Ford, Chevy, or GMC brand vehicle. And $500 on-the-job upfit. Must show 500 plus eligible upfit. 5 of this net savings. Sample VIN 684262. See dealer for details.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just keep interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Oh, checking in on the chat. Actually, not as bad as I thought it would be on talk about whatever the hell you want there. 1-800-920-1140.
Yeah, the chat gets to say whatever they want, but I can't say whatever I want.
Well, with great button comes great responsibility. Win a pair of tickets right now to go see Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall at Hard Rock Live, March 29th. That's this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. It's a night of laughs with Jay and Arsenio. This Saturday, March 29th, hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Lucky number 4. Four. And you'll get a pair of tickets to the show right now. 1-800-920-1140. Hey, Dirt and Sprague does not have better ratings, Campeo. Get out of here.
Wow. Were you the Kings in the key right now?
Wow. That was left-handed.
I got to see a look at our numbers in February.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, is that the latest one? Or is
Yes.
that's the one after the ones that were very good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly. And I never know how to do this because part of me thinks
Jinxie?
Yeah, so there's a lot going on here in my head, at least. There's jinxing first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
There's also like, oh, we're great, but I also feel like people like to be a part of, like, look, if I'm listening to this stupid stuff, I want to know other people that listen to this stupid stuff. And it really, the only reason, and I feel like I should bring it up more, is to just thank everybody. Like, look, you, me, Chris, we all have people and families, and we're normal old Joes for the most part. And there are so many things. There's so much Kings content, so much wonderful Kings content, both here, competitors of ours, friends of ours doing podcasts and other formats. There's more Kings content right now, quality Kings content, than there's ever been by a long shot. And there's national radio shows. There's other local radio shows. There's true crime podcasts. There's now everybody can carry their phone with them and watch TV whenever. There are so many options for you out there. And for people to say, you know what, we're going to take 10 minutes, an hour, or in the case of so many in the chat, for example, 4 hours, and just listen almost the whole way through. The ratings on this program were insanely good in our last book. And as Chris just said, which is news to me, are trending as good or better. So thank you all, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for tuning in. And I know we have fun and are silly and we bicker and whatever sometimes, but it is a big family. We've been around a long time, and we appreciate you just straight up. We really, really do. Russell Wilson making slightly more than we are. For now, signs a deal with the Giants. They're Tommy DeVito just chilling. But now they have both Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. And as you said earlier, Jason, God, could they still?
Don't they pick third?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they could get Shedeur Sanders if they want and have that as their quarterback of the future. Because obviously Wilson and Winston would have more of a chance, but I don't know that he is.
I think we should actually do that as I'm gonna look at that later today. Are Wilson, Winston, and DeVito the closest quarterback room to a law firm sound in the NFL? Because that really does.
Pretty good.
Wilson wins the law offices of Wilson, Winston, and DeVito.
Yeah, you have to end with DeVito.
100%. Nothing on Gonzalez law. Let's be clear.
No, but it could be Winston, Wilson, and DeVito. But DeVito's. It's not a But DeVito just
has to be last.
Yeah,
I actually think Winston, Wilson, and DeVito sounds better now that you say it out loud. They know a lot about law.
Yeah,
you know what they don't know anything about?
What?
Garage doors.
They don't.
Fill them in a few minutes. Would
I
you
will.
mind? Okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, hey, Mike Bibby. Good news for him. Bad news for an old friend as well. They're not connected, but they kind of are in a weird way. We'll explain all of that, get into some local Sacramento news, including maybe a rough start for the Athletics weather-wise. We'll talk about that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
That's right. I am here to I am here to tell you about my friends at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Jason Ross here. And when you call them, when you go into their showroom, because you're going to do it, I'm hopefully have convinced you all out there that these are the people you need to work with. It's a terrific company. I'm a big fan of just them as people. The top part of it. Everybody I've met, everybody I've worked with over at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, just amazing quality people. And that's part of why you do business with people. A lot of people, it's a competitive industry, right? There's other garage door companies, but to me, there's only one, and that's the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Now, ask about the March special, $150 off new garage doors with a purchase of a new garage door opener. Now, that's one thing. That's a sale. That's something that hopefully gets you in the door. But I'm telling you, it's about the product. It's about the people. And for us, when I met them, I knew this was going to be a good partnership. And then now we've got our new doors from them, and they are absolutely incredible. It makes the house pop. It looks better. Our garage is so much more functional for us. I love the fact that I can open the door from an app, from obviously remotes, from the keypad on the side of the garage. They roll up smooth and quietly. They look great, and it's everything we had hoped for and more. The process was very easy. They're professional. It just, again, no complaints on my end. Nothing but 5 stars from me. Just absolutely amazing. Visit overheaddoorofsacramento.com today to find out more. Check out their showroom, like I said, or call them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
Getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-414-4420 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-414-4420 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-414-4420 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Wednesday. Getting out the door to a mild beginning to the day, and changes start to roll in as we head through the afternoon. We'll see a bit of an increase in clouds. We'll feel a bit of a south breeze. Temperature is not as hot. Highs today peak in the low to mid 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Ready for an early bird special? A new HVAC system replacement, both heating and cooling, for as low as $11,789. This is a limited offer and ends April 15th. Bonnie.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Did you get it?
Yes, good job.
So what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
What if your business could see beyond what is and into what can be? What if you could create more impact in every decision? What if you had a partner as visionary as you are? With Bank of America, you get access to our trusted experts, real-time insights, and digital tools. So whether you run a local shop or a global enterprise, you're backed by business solutions to make every move matter. What would you like the power to do? Find out how at bankofamerica.com/banking for business. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Progressive knows when you own a boat or RV, it's like you're automatically on vacation, even if you're actually a marriage counselor in the middle of couples therapy. But in your mind, you're camping in Acadia. puttering around Frenchman Bay. Your boat and RV are both protected. Your lobster drenched in butter and... Uh-oh, did your clients just notice you weren't listening? Quick, do the thing where you just repeat back exactly what they said, but as a question. They bought it. Now back to Maine, earning an automatic discount bundling your boat or RV with your home or auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
You've heard the saying, penny wise, pound foolish, right? It means you do something that will save you a little bit right now, just pennies, but that ends up costing you pounds in the end.
People put off tuning up their furnace because they don't want to take the time or spend the money to get it done.
But it only takes 90 minutes and costs just $87, which is just pennies compared to the huge problems and expenses that can rack up if you don't get your furnace tuned up.
You'll also save money on your energy bills, and your system will last longer.
So don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Call Bell Brothers for a precision tune-up and professional cleaning today.
Our number is 916-444-1234, or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Spring is here, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, a huge spring savings for you today.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Oh, hey, what were you going to tell me? I forgot. Okay. Hey, welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Lott.
Are you on goofball pills or something?
Yep. We're going to get into this local news here in a second. Also, don't forget Katie at 9. Mike Bibby, new Sac State coach, we're going to talk about in just 1 second at 8:30. I'm seeing, and obviously when you lose, everything sucks, and my mental health is not great right now because on this side of the pond, this team is struggling, and we do this, and then on the other side of the pond, that team is struggling. I'm actually getting it from both barrels right now.
Hello.
At some point, I'm just gonna pop.
Yeah.
But
what's bad is like their stuff is like creeping into my timeline.
Oh, is it?
Why am I getting? Why is this popping up?
It really, honestly, when you are a straight up pincushion on 2 different continents. It is, it's amazing. But what I am seeing, though, a lot more of it, it really is frustrating. And this is a longer conversation, but Doug is not the guy. Also, Wes is gone. Good. Monty's next. I want to just normalize the term that everyone has heard in their entire life, okay? Rearranging the chairs on the Titanic, okay? I just want to normalize that as we get into the offseason of what I'm sure will be many moves, of what I'm sure will be a lot of different things. At what point do we as Kings fans just go, okay, you've run through the entire 2002 roster. You've got these highly acclaimed, not one, but 2 GMs, one with a really good pedigree coming in as a rookie GM. The other one, pretty well respected. Well, they're gone. I mean, how long do we go with, De'Aaron Fox screwed us. Hey, Kevin Herter, screw him for saying that stuff. Vlade, you suck. Doug, you don't know what you're doing. Wes and Monty were and by the way, some of those might be true. I'm not saying it with a broad brush. I'm saying normalize there being a third option, which is it them? Is that what we're doing here? Are we doing that again? Are we just going to be here again next year with insert new coach? And are we going to be sitting here in 2.5 years going, everybody thought it was Bob Myers. It was really Jerry West with the Warriors. You put Bob Myers over here. And by the way, if you don't think that that's on the radar, you're tripping. And by the way, Bob Myers might be amazing. Also, this is fully on the table. Well, looks like Jerry West was the real architect. God rest his soul. Not Bob Myers. He didn't know his blank from a hole in the ground in Sacramento. The whole thing of why is it the players come here and they just forget how to play? And then Kevin Herter goes to Chicago and, guys, take a step back. Let's look at the chessboard. There might be more going on here. You know what I'm saying? And I really am sensitive to the Doug stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really sensitive, maybe oversensitive to the Doug stuff. And I'm not trying to say he's perfect, but anyways, another member of the 2002 starting lineup is a coach in Sacramento. We now have two, as a matter of fact. In fact, the entire backcourt of the starting lineup from the 2002 Sacramento Kings team are now head coaches for Sacramento teams. Doug with the Kings, Mike Bibby with the Sac State Hornets. We talked about that. Did you see Chris Webber's statement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which was really cool. The only thing is, I know he said it, and it was a great I wish somebody could. This bothered me, and it shouldn't have, but this is just because I'm a weirdo. At the very end when he was like, "Go Hornets," couldn't somebody just put stingers up in there? Make it a little more. Make it a little more.
Yeah.
But
they had a lot of quotes from a lot of different people about this.
They did. There's I saw some podcasts saying, some big basketball podcasts saying, "Hey, Mike got a shot, and we got to go out there." It's getting a lot of national notoriety.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to talk to him in 90 minutes or so. And I do know that he really wanted the job. And think about that, at Sacramento State, a program that hasn't been great. They've struggled, and they've tried a lot of different options. Probably the most success they had was under Coach Katz. But look, they're trying to figure out a way to maximize something here. And look, Mike Bibby is a name that does get a lot of attention. So now it's up to him, Dave, to prove it. And he's going to have every opportunity to do so.
He will have every opportunity to do so when he comes on at 8:30, Jason. I mean, obviously we're going to, have some fun, but also okay, you're here now. What's your plan? What is Mike Bibby bringing to the table? I also want to, hey, look, you grew, like we talked about yesterday, you grew up a coach's son. You were kind of the coach on the floor as well for Rick. How much is that going to help you in what you do? And it's not like he's not. I mean, even just the simple stuff, he knows how to run practices. He's
been in enough of those. He's a basketball lifer, and I think the thing is, when we talk to him, look, it's we're not going to end up playing for him, but that's what he's going to have to sell. What's a Mike Bibby program look like? It may not be day one, but we're 2 years down the line. What does he want people to look at as the Hornet team? And I'm sure from his own days, from Lute Olson, from Rick Adelman, from different coaches he played for, he's going to probably take some elements from all those guys.
Yeah, I think so. I think
whoever.
Let's say you and maybe we role play with him a little bit. Hey, we're you're in our living room right now, and let's take NIL out of the equation. How are you?
No, I want my money, coach. I'm only coming if you pay me.
And I mean, listen, Mike made a little bit of coin during his career. Now, do we get Mike's crew back in the day was Team Dime?
Yeah.
Do we get an older, more matured, maybe a little gray haired, Team Quarter?
Yeah, inflation. We've gone up.
It's gone up. Dime's not going to get you what it used to back in the day.
No. But that's exciting. Excited to see what he'll do.
It's really exciting, and honestly, and I don't think he'd mind me sharing this, but my good friend Andrew, you've met him before, and he got married over the summer, and a lot of different folks were there, and Mike was there, Matt Barnes was there, a few others, and even back then, Mike was, I want to do this. This is something I want to do, and I remember, and we were at a table talking briefly. I was like, dude, you want to come on, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it publicly. Let's start the campaign. People love you here. Like anything we can do to help. Like I love this idea. And totally in Mike's credit. And again, I don't think he'd mind me saying this, but he's like, no, I appreciate it, but no, I want to do this. I don't want pressure. I want to do this because I've earned it. I want to do it the right way. He had a very specific way and a very heavy amount of respect for the process, for the people at Sac State. He had done his research. He'd been talking to people. He'd been looking. This is back during this is in July, I think. So he's been thinking about this for a long, long time, and I completely respect the way he went about it.
I'm willing to guess probably that it feels like there's a common thread. We kind of joke that, Doug's back here.
Yeah.
Bobby's been here. Peja, Vlade, Bibby coming back, albeit not with the Kings, but with Sacramento. Doesn't it feel to you like when we've talked to any of them, there's that common thread that whole group knew how close they were.
Yep.
They so badly want to deserve greatness back to Sacramento.
Yes.
And I know that's the case for Doug. I feel like that is for Mike. And yeah, it would be Sac State, not the Kings.
Right.
But the love they felt, the way they felt while they were here, is not lost on them. And now it's like, hey, what can I do to give back? And I'm going to do that's what my feeling is as part of Mike's desire to be the coach at Sac State.
Peja Stojakovic was a young 18-year-old from Serbia, split in time in Greece. Vlade Divac's obviously Serbian. Mike Bibby, Arizona. Doug, Seattle. Chris Webber, Detroit. Brad Miller, Indiana. Bobby Jackson, North Carolina. These guys are spread out all over the country, and really, with the exception of Chris Webber, who is let's just be honest, the biggest star out of all of them, and very media focused, and lives in Atlanta with his TNT and other duties. But all of them have created roots in Sacramento. I believe none of them retired here. I'm saying I believe they all went and played for other teams after Sacramento. I think. I know Doug did. I know Mike did. Vlade did.
Was Bobby's second time here the last?
Yeah, I think he
I know he came back for a second run. Was that his last year? It might have been. But they have all, with their actions, to your point, I'm just underlining your point, Jason. They have all, with their actions, shown that this city means so much to them, that they love the people here so much. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to be in a city? They could move to Amarillo.
Yeah.
Mike Bibby in Amarillo isn't Mike Bibby in Sacramento. So there's a certain amount of cachet that comes with being a member of that group of guys. And they have all, to your point, they have this and we'll ask Mike about it. I don't know if debt is the right word, but this wanting, this longing to repay or help facilitate joy to the fans in Sacramento, which just speaks to how awesome the fans are here. Unfortunately, some more sort of local news. Old friend Troy Taylor, you know him very well from Sac State, went on to Stanford, lost that first rematch with Sac State. I don't know if he ever got over that, but he was relieved of his duties. It's the first time a football college GM has fired a coach, is what I read, which was strange.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, Jason, I didn't like the way they handled that at all. I know Stanford was they did Andrew Luck did like a letter in some weird font, and it's kind of a play on the whole General Andrew Luck it's like, I feel like that was, maybe it's just me, a little gray in the classy area towards Coach Taylor, but whatever, he had to make a move.
Yeah, and then we're going to talk a little bit more later about Wes Wilcox and his decision as a G. I mean, this GM thing is really interesting now in college sports.
It's opening up a whole new line of jobs that didn't exist before. And as we go to break, I will say this: it took me a long time. Yesterday was a big day. I've been close before. I unfollowed Adrian Wojnarowski, and I left the unfollow.
Beef?
No beef. Just. It was time. It's all St. Bonaventure tweets now, but it was the most difficult. A lot of good times with old AW. We'll take a break when we come back. 3 for Madness, just a 1-minute break here. The Kings in the gauntlet last night's second half, and how do we get that Keegan Murray to show up? We'll get to it next.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery Hammer and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to you and your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Mike Bibby in a little over an hour will join us. That's Sac State's Mike Bibby to you, sir, or ma'am. Katie Christensen, UC Santa Barbara Gaucho.
She had the night off.
Gosh, you're just lame.
She did. She did have the night off. She's juggling right now between her world and the kids and her husband surviving.
Still surviving,
What is this, elementary school?
Still surviving. As far as we know, we'll get an update from her.
After this fasting, I think I could do Survivor. That should be pretty easy, right? It's the hardest thing, right?
I've often, not often, but I've thought about that before. Like, can I do Survivor? And it takes me about 20 seconds. And then I'm like, no, I couldn't. Nope. No. I want a part of it. Not trying to do that. Not trying to like wake up every day with bug bites and hot, humid, jumping through crap covered in mud and then eating a fish balls for dinner.
Yeah, I'm up for a good challenge. That's not one that just sounds.
No, you've done Ironmans and triathlons and all that.
No,
half of Ironman.
Yeah. Wow. My dad texted me, Doug is Pepperdine, dummy. Yeah, Dad. I was talking to Katie about Katie being a Santa Barbara.
No, when you were saying all the Kings players, yeah.
Where he was from. That's all.
Oh, I'm saying from Seattle.
Yeah.
What's my dad saying from Pepperdine?
That's where he went to school, but yeah.
That's what we're talking about. How about where they're from?
I could see, because at first I thought
Stop sitting in front of my dad. He can defend himself. By the way, he's got a big birthday coming up in a little over a week. There's a 3 at the end of that number.
3 digits?
Yeah. Congratulations, Dad. Love you. Glad you're still with us. 3 from Madness question.
Wow.
No, I am, though.
Oh, yeah.
No, truly.
He said he's happy, Jason.
I'm happy.
You wanted to be upset?
What?
Chris needs a sandwich.
That is actually, I like hungry, irritated Chris. Question 1, please.
The Kings have now finished the toughest part of the March gauntlet, having lost 8 and 10. Will it get any better now?
Yeah, I'm starting to get worried, dude, because I said they'd go 5 and 12, and they won their 5th against Cleveland a while ago.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Don't do this. I don't want to be right. Don't do this to me. Will it get better? It should. It should. But again, this is why I hate this team so much. We talked about the Jekyll and Hyde aspect. If we see the Kings from the second half yesterday, if that's who shows up against Portland, they're going to win the ball game. But it's just the inconsistency. And by the way, I don't think the team should get, like, for example, when the Kings were sucking in the first half, let's credit the Oklahoma City Thunder for playing a little defense maybe and have something to do with it. Also, when the Kings were doing amazing in the second half, let's also maybe too acknowledge and take credit away from the Thunder now that they might have been letting off the gas a little bit. Mark Daniel was kind of letting them flail around. Like there's both sides to it. I don't think the Kings just learned how to shoot the ball in the second half. There's other factors that go into it. It should be better. You've got Portland, then you have your 6-game road trip, which weirdly enough will be easier than this last homestand. And you have, I think, you have 3 more shots. You have home Portland, at Orlando, at Indiana in the gauntlet. I don't think I'm missing any other games. I think that ends the month. And if I'm sitting here right now, I'm saying the over-under on their wins in those 3 games is 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm torn. I know that's the absolute right over-under number, and I'm really torn. I feel like they're going to split. I'm actually more confident they'll split Orlando, Indiana, one or the other, than I am the Portland game.
Portland's been a problem, a bad matchup for them.
They have. Now, I don't know if Portland maybe some guys might be resting.
I don't think so. They had won 4 in a row. They lost the last 2. So they had won 4 in a row with wins over Houston, I believe, and Denver, then lost the last 2 games to Boston and Cleveland in competitive fashion. So Portland's playing well.
Yeah, they are. And they're going to be hungry.
Yeah.
They're going to want to come in and kick some butt.
Yeah, I mean, the schedule is softer, but the Kings are not playing that well. So it's one of those things like I can't. For example, Phoenix's schedule is way more difficult, but they're playing well. They've got to be confident. And then right now, probably thinking, we can beat anybody. Mm-hmm. Kings without all these wins, losing 8 of 10. Right. I just think it's a group that doesn't have confidence. That needs to see a win, and maybe it can start them on a better path.
Yep.
But is that happening tomorrow is anybody's guess.
Question number 2, please.
Question 2.
Did last night's second half give you any hope for the immediate future?
No. I mean, look, I don't know what, we're going to talk about Keegan in the next question, so I don't want to take up too much of that answer, but you had one of those annual Keegan Murray games, which is pretty much what it is. But I still don't know. Look, I still don't know what the hell's going on with Levine and DeRozan, and one of them tends to not be great, and the other, it's almost like they flip a coin before the game. It just wasn't a good look. They went on a nice, great run, yes, but in the end, I think it was just as much OKC toying with their food as anything else. But I like what Doug said post game, and we'll hear from him a little bit later. Look, these guys getting their vibes right, and they're close, and when they start figuring it out, it's going to be something to see. Well, I don't know if he's right, but I love that he says that, and I love that he's staying with his guys, and the talent is certainly there. That's never been a question. The Kings are a very talented team. It's always been about, is the fit right?
To me, there was nothing surprising about the result yesterday. OKC's better. They played better than the Kings. They look like the better team. There was nothing weird about it. Honestly, the weird part was the abnormal third quarter. The Kings were, I don't know this for a fact, Dave, but I think historically good. That was probably their best shooting quarter ever for threes. 10 of 13 doesn't happen.
No.
You extrapolate that for 4 quarters, you make 40 threes. That's an NBA record.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Obviously, they didn't do that, but it was so good that a 23-point lead came down to 6. And that's impressive. But that's all you did is get it to 6 and then still end up losing by double digits. So the second half doesn't give me any more belief in the team.
Sure.
It shows you that a team that I don't think has been that great of a 3-point shooting team can make it every once in a while, but they also ended up with a season high in threes, and it didn't reflect in anything. So
there was a song by Eminem long ago where it said, "Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?" Mm-hmm. And I feel like with this Kings team, that's what's been the most frustrating for fans. If they just suck, it's actually easy,
right? Which they don't. If they're great, that'd be easier. They're not. They're a 500 team, basically.
And we're constantly begging, will the real Sacramento Kings please stand up? Because I don't know who the hell they are. I don't know what the hell this team is.
Looks like this.
It's
some good, some bad.
Some good, some bad, and good luck. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
How do we get that Keegan Murray offensively every night?
I don't know. You're the one fasting. How do we do it? I don't have an answer. I don't know. Because I find myself saying, well, hold on a second. Oklahoma City is a very good defensive team. I believe they're the best defensive
Number 1.
team in the league. Yeah. So it's not like he was doing it against lames. He was doing it against a very good team. Well, was he left open more? Not really. I mean, he was making some shots from the corner that his quick release was not Steph-esque, but like a second cousin. It was super fast. He was nailing everything in sight. Hello. So my thing is, I understand that Keegan Murray's not going to make 9 threes every night. That's silly and stupid. But why is it it's he's 2 of 6, aren't 3 of 7. Okay, he's 1 of 4. Like what is maybe not 9 threes, but why are we not getting 5 threes on average, 4 threes on average a night from Keegan? What did he do differently last night that he can't do against other less defensive teams?
Yeah, my best answer, I don't remember going back to college, but would it take him to be the man on the team? Because like me, I think Keegan is willing to defer.
Yeah,
that's a good thing, and sometimes it's a bad thing. I think going into the year, it wasn't a surprise knowing that you had Fox, Sabonis, and now DeRozan. I thought Keegan's numbers would actually go down a little bit, and they did.
Levine.
And then now you have Levine. So they're in Monk. I mean, there are more options to this team, but I think if all of them were out or a few more of them were out, like I think he would be more aggressive. I wish he would pick that up a little bit. I love what he does defensively. I think he's still a positive player, certainly for this team, and has a pretty nice future. But I think there's that element. I don't know if it's in his DNA, but obviously in Iowa, he was kind of more the featured player. I don't know if that's what it would take for him to be more aggressive.
On the 15th of October in preseason against Utah, Jason, Keegan Murray was 5 of 11 from beyond the arc. That's 45%. He then, the next time he shot double digits was actually opening night against Minnesota, the 24th. He was 5 of 10 from beyond the arc at obviously 50%. Rolling up through the rest of the season, month goes by, another month goes by, another month goes by. Wednesday, February 26th, he was 5 of 10, 50%, 26 points at Utah once again.
Which was his season high till last night.
When he was 9 of 13. That's a 69.2% clip. Now, here's what I've seen, including preseason, which I know is kind of silly, but including preseason just for funsies, he's shot taken double-digit three-point attempts 4 times. He's been at 50% or above every single time he's done it. Now, you can argue, okay, it's one leads to the other. He gets confidence because he's making his threes. He keeps making threes. But to your point, it is an interesting thought exercise. Can Keegan Murray be a number one scoring option on this team? If he was given the keys to the castle, if he was told that he is the number one scoring option, I would say there's 3 questions I have. Number 1, can he be from a talent standpoint? Number 2, is he willing to be from a leadership and aggression standpoint? And then number 3, does he have the motor? And I don't know that many people do, by the way, to do both that and continue to play excellent perimeter defense. And if he can, you got something there.
You got something really special, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a break. When we come back, yesterday, the Kings said goodbye to one of their front office members. Is this the start of something big? Don't forget, we've got Standings Watch coming up after that. Mike Bibby at 8:30, Katie Christensen at 9. A lot of energy in the building last night against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Was it because people were excited, not just about the Kings and their big second half run, but also were they excited about the half-off tune-up deal going on with American Energy Heating and Air? Today's the day. They will be at my house in about a half hour, 45 minutes, replacing both my furnace and my air conditioner. And I really hope that my wife put Nacho in our room and shut the door. Just realized that. American Energy wants to help you stay warm when it's cool and cool when it's warm by making sure your systems are operating safely. Now's the time to take advantage of the furnace tune-up. Half off, $24.50 for a tune-up of your furnace. Also, if you just want a diagnostic, make sure everything's going great, there's no leaks, there's nothing, $0 diagnostic. And take advantage of the blowout at the end of the season. $4,000 off a new system, plus any rebates to direct drop from the sticker price. You get that, and you get any rebates available as well. Check them out at theaeway.com for an instant quote. Don't forget they're hiring right now, and they do train. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Is Wes Wilcox the first to jump off the Sacramento Kings ship? We'll check it out next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Northwest Exteriors.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Wednesday. Getting out the door to a mild beginning to the day, and changes start to roll in as we head through the afternoon. We'll see a bit of an increase in clouds. We'll feel a bit of a south breeze. Temperature is not as hot. Highs today peak in the low to mid 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Northwest Exteriors wants to keep you cool all season long. Trusted in Sacramento for heating and cooling systems. Book your tune-up today as part of our 30th anniversary special. Call 888-TRUST-NW or visit trustnorthwest.com.
Simply the best. Trust Northwest.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-611-5252, 800-611-5252, 800-611-5252.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Spring is in the air, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping for new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Two Utes. All right, just one Ute. Wes Wilcox reported yesterday will now be the new general manager of the Utah Utes.
Yeah. He was at the Kings game last night. Still there, I think, for maybe a couple more.
It's interesting.
Yeah, what's your read on this?
It's interesting because, well, look, there's the dramatic read, which I think the whole Wes versus Monty thing's a little over, that's a little overbaked. I don't think there's much of that. Not to say that there's not anything, but I don't think it was like, I'm hearing, like people say like, oh, Monty won the power struggle. No, I think, what is my read? What is my true read on it? Here's my true, honest to God read on it. Wes Wilcox was probably offered a butt ton of money from Utah to go be their GM. He anticipates that the front office is going to be recycled, and he's getting off while he can.
Mm-hmm.
That's. I don't know.
It's hard not to read it that way, right?
Yeah, I don't know that that's true, but that seems to be the most logical thing. And part of it might also be, this is a former general manager of the Atlanta Hawks. He's got GM experience, and maybe he's been here 3-4 years now as an assistant. Maybe he wanted to do his own thing. But it also seems like I don't know if it's a lateral move or not, but going from the NBA, it's not like he's going from the NBA to Duke or North Carolina or whatever. He's going to Utah.
Yeah, but they're also not shy on NAL money and other things. But yeah, you're right. I mean, from being, whether he was one of 30 or at least, now in a front office And if that's an area you wanted to be in, I don't know if you have a better chance of being in the NBA to get it or getting back in from going through college, but it's an interesting move. And just the landscape of college is changing so quickly. I mean, I don't know these GM jobs, it's kind of the GM of the sport where you still have an athletic director.
Yes.
But he's kind of overseeing basketball.
Right.
Which is unique.
Which is very unique. So that tells me to go from an NBA job where it's not like he's getting peanuts to a mid-level college basketball program. There had to be a nice paycheck in there. And good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Absolutely. I'm not in any way, shape, or form insulting him for that. Good for him. So I do think, though, there's writing on the wall there. It also creates an opening in the Kings front office. Although I do think I don't know that we can talk about whether or not this should happen or not. I'm just talking from a pure odds standpoint. If I'm Las Vegas and I'm laying odds, I'd say there's probably a 75% chance that Monty's gone at the end of the year. I think it's more likely than not. I do like Monty. I think there's more there than meets the eye, but I also know we know this team pretty well and how that works. And I think I would be rather surprised if Monty and Doug were both back here next fall, considering how we're going into, and again, we'll see what happens the rest of the season. But
the
at this rate,
final page hasn't been written, but yeah, you're right. At this rate, it's not looking promising.
No. And then it's who comes in, and here we go again. And again, if I thought that Monty McNair and his peoples had been 100% empowered to do everything they wanted to do, then I would say that Monty McNair should be relieved of his duties at the end of the year. It's been long enough, and we are in a better place. The team is better than when he took over. And even if you're saying we're in purgatory, look, he gave you the beam team. He gave you a play-in. You coin flip, you'll get another play-in this year. They have some positive assets. Just from a logical standpoint, they're in a better position than when Monty McNair took over. The problem is that I do not believe that he has been given 100% authority. And I'll go back to the Sam Amick article. When the GM doesn't want to fire the coach and the coach gets fired, that is proof positive that he is not the largest voice in the room. And if you're not the largest voice in the room, I don't care who you are as a general manager. It ain't going to work out. So that worries me, because it doesn't matter who the hell you're going to bring in. And are they going to be the largest voice? How long is that going to last?
Right. Yeah. And is that also kind of part of Wes's decision or not? Right. Is it, the front office maybe not getting to do everything that they wanted? I mean, who knows? These are all things that are led up to speculation at this point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And this palace intrigue and speculation, and it's so draining and grating because it's not new. Like, we were here with Pete D'Alessandro. And who's making the decisions? Is it Pete? Is it Chris Mullen? How much of a voice does Mitch Richmond have? And then the whole Mike Malone thing, and who made that call? Was it Pete? Was it Vivek? Did they both want to do it? Who drafted Nick Stauskas? Well, it looks like Vivek did, but was that just, I don't know. And then you move on to Vlade, and it's okay. Well, you got Brandon Williams in there, and Brandon Williams is the assistant GM who you had Ken Catanello, who's kind of the numbers guy, but Brandon was the guy that was in the ears of the owner and doing all this stuff. And Vlade was this figurehead that didn't like to, text and preferred phone calls and whatever, and all that palace intrigue there. And then, of course, with Mike Malone and then Monty comes in. It seems like we had some sort of okay, there's professionals here. He's got a real scouting department. He's got a former GM as his assistant. Let's go. That looks like a front office to me. And hey, first pick out of the box, you draft Tyrese Halliburton. You got Mike Brown that you hired. That's fantastic. Coach of the year, beam team. We're going
executive of the year.
Executive of the year. Yes. And when you look at they really should have I said this the other day, there should be a 30 for 30 on the absolute decimation of this team from, hey, they're young, they're exciting,
right?
The beam team's taking over. They gave the Warriors everything they could handle, and Golden State barely, like, think about where we were as a team going into Game 7 of that Warriors series that year.
Because you just won there in Game 6, which was as good of a win
as
we've
ever
remembered.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you look at the roster and everything involved, and then imagine like us all sitting around and going, okay, well, you know what? Let me tell you where we're going to be 2 years from now. De'Aaron's going to be gone. Zach LaVine's going to be on the team. DeRozan's going to be on the team. Kevin Huerter's gone. I'm forgetting somebody else that's gone.
Yeah.
Mike Brown's fired. Wes Wilcox is gone. Monty's right behind him.
Yeah, not that this team had at any point this year had this really high belief, but even last night in the game against Oklahoma City, last time they played him, I think was 2 months ago, and it was De'Aaron's last game. But there was a lineup last night at one point that was LaRavia, LaVine, Valanciunas, Fultz, and then Carter. Now, Carter was on the team but didn't play in that game.
Right.
It was 2 months ago. None of those other guys were even on the team. Now, Doug was coaching the team.
Right.
But you're just going 2 months. And what else is coming? All right.
Then what else is coming? What else is happening? Who's making those decisions? Who's hiring the new GM if that's the case? And then who's that GM going to hire as coach? What decisions? You got an immovable contract in Zach LaVine. You got minimal value with DeMar DeRozan. I mean, you'll get something, but whatever. And then now we're getting into, the hard decisions, Sabonis, Monk, Devin Carter, Keegan Murray. And it just seems like it. Oh, and somebody pointed out here I thought I mentioned a lot of drama and Palace intrigue. I thought I did. I completely forgot about Joe Dumars.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a theme, man. A lot of people don't want to hear this, and I don't blame you. It's easier to plug your ears and say "Go Kings," and I don't say that in a disrespectful way. But I'm done with that, man. I am done with that because these are a lot of unforced errors, and in my mind, we have had 12 years of constant and repeated PR mistakes, hiring mistakes, interference, mixed messages, blame. We've torn through now 3 members of the starting lineup from 2002. Maybe Chris Webber's our new GM next year. We can complete the quad. Unless the Sacramento Kings go through real change in the offseason. I mean change up top. And that doesn't necessarily mean sell the team. It could also mean third-party consultancy. I'm out of the way. I'm not involved in any way, shape, or form. And I'd really love to have that in writing. Then we're just gonna. It's perpetual purgatory. And we're gonna be doing this. We're going to be doing this for the next. There is zero reason to keep thinking that this isn't going to repeat. What is that saying? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. That's what we're doing, and it needs to be called out. It needs to be talked about, and it needs to be normalized in a very nice, respectful way. We'll take a break. When we come back, around the NBA and standings watch, including Jimmy Butler returning home, Dame Lillard, another scary situation with another player, and standings watch, the Dallas Mavericks edition. We'll be right back in 2 minutes.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Have you ever dreamed of shopping for the perfect jewelry from home? Well, now it's possible, and you can even build your credit. PrestigiOJewelers.com now offers online shopping, making us the premium credit jeweler nationwide. With an exceptional selection of fine jewelry, from engagement rings and gold chains to sparkling diamond earrings and much more. With over 30 years of experience, Prestigio guarantees you'll find exactly what you're looking for. It's fast and easy. Once approved, you'll receive a guaranteed credit line from $400 to $10,000. All you need is to be 18 years or older, have a valid form of ID, be employed for a minimum of 6 months, and a bank account for automatic payments. PrestigiOJewelers.com is the perfect way to establish or reestablish your credit, with interest rates at only 2.25% per month. We are here to help you with monthly reporting to all major credit bureaus. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. Visit us online at PrestigiOJewelers.com or at one of our locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno. Enter code SACTOWNSPORTS at checkout to save 10%.
Spring is here, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, a huge spring savings for you today.
Welcome to AT&T. How can I help?
Hey, I thought I could trust my twins with my phone, but they outnumber me, man.
Oh, that's a lot of glitter paint. Let's trade
lives.
At AT&T, everyone can trade in an old or glittered iPhone any year, any condition, and save on a new iPhone. Ask how to get iPhone 16 Pro on us. New and existing customers. Savings vary by device and trade-in combinations. Restrictions apply. See att.com for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
What if your limited inventory had unlimited potential? What if your biggest risk was not taking one? What if you could make every move matter? Bank of America's business solutions can help bring your biggest what-ifs within reach. Find out how our digital tools, cutting-edge insights, and trusted expertise can work for your business. What would you like the power to do? Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
Lesson number one in marketing is, well, I don't know if it's lesson number one, but should be up there is, hey, if something's working and it's classic, don't screw with it. And like to send that to ESPN, who, as the Masters approach, there will be a series of videos of Augusta and
the game of golf,
which is Mecca for golf, one of them. And you'll have Ray Charles singing Georgia on My Mind, because of course it's located in Augusta, Georgia. Well, they decided to change it up this year. It's still Georgia on My Mind, but a guy, I'm probably going to murder this, Noah Kahan. Did I? What? Do you know how? Okay. Yeah. I don't know how it's pronounced. They decided to replace the Ray Charles version with Noah's version. And I'll just give you just a snippet.
Georgia, the whole day through, just to know sweet song, keep that Georgia on my mind.
Look, that's a perfectly awesome rendition.
Yeah.
What a great voice, some harmonies in there. I love it. Like, no problem. You can't replace Ray Charles. It's Ray Charles. That's like this Sistine Chapel thing done by this guy. We're gonna redo it. This new painter, Mike Angelo, is showing up. Just don't mess with it.
I mean, they had the Masters for 60 years before they started playing Ray Charles.
Chris, not that one, the other one. Good morning.
Good morning, fellas. How y'all doing today?
Good, bro. How are you?
Good. So, real quick, just for Dave, does Vivek realize how bad of an owner he's been, and does he realize that and how he's perceived in Sacramento? And also, Dave, do you think it's time for him to sell the team straight up? I'll get your answers off the air.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, there it is. I got a kid in college next year, right? Okay, first question. Do I think, first off, when you ask a question, does he realize how bad of an owner he is? I want to be very fair to him. That's acknowledging that it's a truth that he's a bad owner. I think it's important to say as I forget the word that it's called, caveat. I don't think Vivek's a bad owner. I really don't. I truly don't. I certainly don't think he's a bad human. I think he's done help save the team.
Right.
One of the, if you're doing a Mount Rushmore of team saving, it's Stern, KJ, Vivek, and then, I put the fans as
Carmichael Dave.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. You need to eat a sandwich, dude. That's certainly there, and Vivek will forever have his name etched on that. The things that bringing Golden One Center here, whether you agree with it or not, A's baseball is opening up on Monday. That doesn't happen without Vivek. His vision for this city that he never lived in, he still doesn't live in. His investment and his partners investing, the cachet he brought. Let's not forget his connections to India and the Indian market is a big reason why this team did not leave. Vivek should never buy another beer in this. I don't think he drinks beer, but he should never buy another beverage in this city. I will personally, and I think I speak for a lot of people, I will forever be indebted to Vivek Ranadive. I will. That's no BS. The dude saved or was a major cog, maybe the biggest cog in saving this team. And even beyond that, we got Golden One Center built. We got this arena built. And then all the things that people don't want to hear right now because the team sucks or is not doing great, but the playgrounds that are built, the basketball courts that are being built, the way that the Kings have been forward, whether your politics agree with it or not, in community things, in times of the Stephon Clark incident, right. How they handle that. Like, let's just be real here. In one man's opinion, I think that off the floor, I think Vivek Ranadive has been almost a model owner. And in a perfect world, I would be happy with Vivek owning this team until he saw fit not to, but almost like split ownership into two. You have the owner that is in charge of growing and building things in the business and the community aspect and making speeches and going to schools and doing all that. He is perfect for that. And then a second owner that comes in or whatever that does all the basketball and oversees all the basketball. Somebody in the line of a Clay,
or like a general manager,
or general manager, absolutely. And that's the thing. If I was working for Vivek right now, if I was the same to Vivek as I am for Kevin and that I would beg him, dude. You have so many good things. You're so good at this. I know you're competitive. I know you. And by the way, let me say another great thing about Vivek. I've said this 1,000 times, Jason. There is no doubt in my mind that he is as obsessed with winning a championship in Sacramento as any of us, and he's been here a third of the time. He's at every game, damn near. He's not on his phone. He's watching. He's invested. He's emotionally into it. I do not believe if you take all the owners and lined them up, like who wants to win a championship the most, I'd be surprised if Vivek wasn't at the top of the list. Mm-hmm. So let's get all that out of the way. But it's been 13 years of abject failure on the floor with breaks for good. If Vivek was a GM, if he was a coach, if he was a player, he would have been traded or fired a long time ago. Right. I understand owners are different. That's just the brass tacks. I would respectfully say this as just one guy. If Vivek was sitting across from me right now, I would say all the things I just said to him. I would look him right in the eye and I'd say, and if he said, which he never would, Dave, what should I do? I would say, Mr. Ranadive, I would humbly and respectfully request you do one of two things. Either you divest yourself of all basketball operations by the way, he gets to weigh in on big contracts, and he gets to weigh in on money and finances and the accounting and all. Like, dude, that's every single team. That, of course, he gets to do that. But when it comes to, like, the GM comes to you and says, I want to trade Domantas Sabonis for a Fred Schmergelberger. My response is, you sure? Yeah. Like, that's your job, dude.
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Okay, what's this going to do for us?
What's it going to do for us? And I
trust you.
I trust you. Yeah. And if you're wrong, you're fired. Mm-hmm. and by the way, that's a normal thing. That is it. No overrule powers. You are one of many equal voices in the room.
Yeah.
Or if that's not something that you think that you can do or that you want to do. And I say this because I've never said this before. And all I'm thinking about right now, and Chris, I'm going to go a minute long here. Just a minute. I will never forget being at the St. Regis in April of 2012 with the RV parked in the middle of Manhattan. And the big thing we wanted to do for the documentary and for the 50 people we had there, you know, the Crown Downtown and Mike Tavares and all that crew that were taking over that street outside the St. Regis with one Seattle fan there, is we were hoping to get him to come out and sign the RV. And I'll never forget, the hotel had a Bentley, the hotel Bentley, ready to go because the RV, we had to move it around the corner about a block away in Manhattan, about 1 p.m. And he found out, he came downstairs and they said, here, you know, they had the door open to the Bentley. And he turned to me, he goes, where's the RV? I said, it's right around the corner. He goes, let's just walk. And so rather than taking the Bentley, he walked, and it was a crowd of us that all walked with Vivek. As we walked down the block, turned left, he signed the RV, took pictures with everybody, and then went right back into the meetings. Thanked everybody. Said, this means so much. We can hear you guys chanting up there. I will forever have a love and respect and admiration for Vivek Ranadive because I remember that day. But I would say to him with all that love and respect, if you do not think you can divest yourself of basketball operations, if you don't think you can do that, let me put it another way. You bought this team with your partners for $535 million on a public-private partnership. We needed you, and you needed us, and it was the perfect partnership, and it still has been. You have made 6x at minimum what your investment was. At minimum 6 times. And that is on the backs of your hard work and your investment and your risk. And it's also on the backs of the fans and of the city and everything that we've all done together. We all pitched in, and you're the one making money, and that's how it should be. And God bless you. But the first thing you said, opening night, 2013, I know it because I was the guy with the glow stick on the ladder looking at him 20 feet away from me. The first thing you said, 4 words, this is your team. It might be time to call that marker in. If you can't divest yourself of basketball operations, it's time. You've had 12, 13 years. Cash out. God bless you. Let somebody else come in, because I think one thing we can all agree on is this. The fans and the city deserve better than this. And there have been too many mistakes. There have been too many palace intrigues. There's just too much crap. Those are the 2 choices I would respectfully offer. And I think, and look, if that ruffles feathers, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to speak as a dad and a fan and a member of the community. I'm speaking only for myself, not for anybody else, not for the radio station, not for Jason, not for Chris, not for anybody listening. I'm speaking for me and me alone, that at some point we have to have this conversation. And Vivek might just say, oh, yeah, dude, whatever, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. But there's more to this than just running a business. It is a public trust and caretaking. And here we are again on the precipice of doing this all over again. And I'm tired of it. And I think you guys are too. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings Rewind, top of the hour. We'll go back through last night and we'll figure it out. Kings Rewind next.
Thursday night, Kings and Trailblazers. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip off at 7.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Want to have enough money for retirement
and travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
For your home internet, choose more speed and less frustration. Fidium Fiber Internet was built for reliability. It's perfect for streaming sports, watching TV, and working from home. Check out FidiumFiber.com for speeds up to 2 gigs.
Fresh finds and fresh savings. That's SpringFest at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get up to 20% off Select Scott's Turf Builder grass seed. Shop these spring deals and more for all your lawn care needs. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Excludes Alaska.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Get ready for the high-octane action. It's the 76th season opener at the Stockton 99 Speedway, March 29th. Watch the intense racing action as the Stockton Late Models, NorCal Mini Stocks, NorCal Legend Series, Pure Stocks, and Fast Car Solutions Mini Modifieds tear up the track. It's fast, it's thrilling, it's non-stop action you don't want to miss. Family-friendly fun, food, and excitement for everyone. Gates open at 5 p.m. Racing starts at 6. Stockton 99 Speedway, where speed and excitement come to life. March 29th. Be there for the 76th season opener. For tickets, visit Stockton99.com.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers. T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers, make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Berlard.
All right. I wonder how hard it would be, by the way. Jason, would you do this? You wouldn't have to. I'm just saying. I'm curious if you'd be interested in this. Like, is there a way we could talk to engineering? Could we ever do a standing show?
I would prefer it. Doug used to have the tall microphone.
What happened?
Well, they removed it. I think they said
he became the coach of the Kings.
Yeah, they made this way, but way back when, 2 studios ago, we used to have a really small booth, and we had more like bar stools, but it was better to stand. I prefer to stand.
I wonder, Chris, would you be able to, as long as we stayed static, that wouldn't be a problem for the cameras, right? I know that's the other factor.
You wouldn't stay static.
No, but like if
in the same general area.
If I was standing the whole time, and other than this or that, I'm going to try to look at.
Well, we're actually going to be changing our camera setup soon.
That's what I hear.
So,
but I still, there you go. I'm looking at it now. You could that works.
My camera's too.
Your camera, but I think you could just up your camera.
Yeah.
But then as of right now, we'd sound like this, and that's not good. We'd have to get down here. I'd like this.
Yeah.
Be like, Jason, da-da-da, and bot. And then you'd be like, great sports points and blah, blah, blah.
I can move around.
Yeah. I like all this sitting. Then, of course, that would be like for 2 days. I'm like, I want to sit down. That's a good look. That's a good look. That's also a questionable look. Before we gotta get into Kings Rewind, can I do a recommendation for television real quick? You got to me yesterday when you were talking about TV shows and how I don't watch any, and blah blah blah. So there's been a buzz around this one show, and I watched the first episode. It's a mini series right now. If you are in the mood for some insanely good acting, some ridiculously good camera work and directing, and you want your heart completely torn out, thrown on the floor, and stomped on.
Please.
And all of that being loosely based on an amalgamation of some true stories for a subject matter that probably couldn't be worse. There's a show called Adolescence on Netflix. And I don't know if you've heard of this show or not. I watched the first episode last night, and I'm not going to do that anymore right before going to bed because I needed about an hour after I watched it just to process what I just saw. It is some of the best TV I've seen in a long time over a terrible subject matter, but the acting and the way they put it together is incredibly good. Have you heard of this show?
I have not.
You will. It's I imagine Chris has. It's made all the.
I've never heard it.
You've never heard of Adolescence? It's on Netflix. And anyways, that's my recommendation. But again, be prepared emotionally. It's not a fun show. Let's put it that way. So hey. Last night wasn't a fun show either, at least in the first half, but we're going to relive it anyways. Kings, Oklahoma City, Jason, Chris, it's Kings Rewind right now. Or now. Or perhaps not. La la ba da meep.
Well, Game 6 of the season-long 7-game homestand was last night as the Kings hosted the best team in the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder, on... The Kings were looking to stop a 3-game losing streak, while the Thunder were hoping to get their 60th win of the season.
Well, are you better than me?
Well, I never met you, but yes.
The Thunder had not only beaten the Kings twice this season, but they have absolutely dominated Sacramento with 2 blowout victories.
Boy, do I know.
Sacramento would have to battle again without their starting point guard, Malik Monk, who was still out with an illness.
Get better or you.
Okay, well, Sacramento would have to battle again without their starting point guard, Malik Monk, who was still out with an illness.
Get better or you.
What is that? What could even be the context of that? Oh, my God.
That's where Chris gets this stuff. So let me explain this, though. The Thunder were playing without one of their all-stars in Jalen Williams. But they did have another Jalen Williams. It's just not that Jalen Williams.
No, it's the other.
You know, the all-star?
Yeah.
So we clear?
Yeah, we're clear. Is he
Freaking out, man. You are freaking out. Man.
It's the other Jalen Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That
So the Kings' focus would center around the most likely MVP and leading scorer, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
All right. Black, 4-2 with the body. 2 shots.
In the opening quarter, the Kings forced SGA into 5 turnovers by himself, but his team is so good that the Thunder still had a 10-point lead after one.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
SGA began the second quarter on the bench, and while he was out, his teammates gained 7 points on the Kings to build a very comfortable lead for when he returned.
You can't do that.
Well, in the arena in the second quarter, on the big board, they acknowledged former King Jason Thompson, who was in the building, and the Sacramento King that played more games than anyone got a very nice ovation.
Yeah.
Aw. It was good to see JT.
What was that ovation again? Because that was
Yeah.
that was really good.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
At the half, the lead was 23 for the first place Thunder, and the things were feeling very bleak for the home team.
I'm just dandy. I got a bowl of chocolate pudding in my underpants.
We didn't have any pudding in there, buddy.
Oh.
It's going to take something special to pull off this kind of comeback against this kind of opponent, and for a while in the third, it felt like a miracle may be happening.
Don't call it a comeback.
I've been here for years.
Sacramento got hot from 3, and saying they were hot feels like an understatement.
Spicy. That's the new club.
Keegan Murray, who had 9 points at the half, scored 16 in the third and helped pull the Kings within single digits.
You played me.
Like Franz Bluheim plays the flute.
The Kings got as close as 6 points thanks to a third quarter beyond the arc where the Kings made 10 of 13 three-point attempts.
I'm on fire.
Well, with the deficit just 8 going into the fourth, it was time for SGA to rest again, and the Kings were hoping to avoid the mistake they made in the first half when he was out. Well, they didn't. The Thunder outscored the Kings by 5, and when he came back, the lead was a baker's dozen.
What should I do? What should I do?
Even with the season-high 23 made three-pointers, the Kings just couldn't catch the Thunder.
Yeah, I knew we wouldn't win. Well, why didn't you tell the rest of us? Why did you keep it a secret?
OKC sweeps Sacramento with another double-digit win.
So?
In the process, SGA scored 32 points, breaking Kevin Durant's record of consecutive games with 20 or more points, doing it for 65 straight games.
Oh, good for you.
The Kings now have 10 games to go, and they are in a tie with Phoenix for the last 2 spots, and Dallas is just a half game back.
All I really want is someone to hold me and tell me that everything is going to be all right.
This brutal homestand ends tomorrow with the Portland Trail Blazers, who have taken 2 of 3 from the Kings this year.
Fun.
Yeah, so buckle up. This is going to be a bumpy finish.
Wow.
Very bumpy.
Jeez.
So there you go. I would like to go back to this one, though. Sacramento would have to battle again without their starting point guard, Malik Monk, who was still out with an illness.
Get better or you.
I didn't expect it.
I did
That's
not
the
either.
best part.
That's our guy.
What's JT doing in town?
He is with is it Sioux Falls? Whoever Stockton's playing. He's an assistant with the G League team this year.
Well, how did we not?
I don't know, but it was great. Great
Wow.
to see him at the game.
Well, hopefully the Kings won't be as bad as they were against Oklahoma City when they played Portland. If I had a message for them, don't be as bad. As a matter of fact, we really need you to
Get better or you.
So we'll take a break. When we come back, this is just a 30-second break here. We got some post-game reaction from last night from our good friends with the Kings. We'll hear from Keegan Murray, who had a wonderful night, Keon Ellis, and head coach Doug Christie as the drive towards the play-in, if you will, continues right now. And why not continue it in a brand new Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep or Ram located in Woodland? It's Ram Truck Month sales event. It's going on right now, and I know that means big discounts. Well, not just discounts. It's big discounts on hard-to-find Ram heavy duties right now. Save up to $16,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. When you need a hard-to-find truck, Hoblet has it with over 500 new Rams available. You know, that's just one of many reasons Hoblet always ranks as one of the biggest and best Ram dealers in all of America. And they're proud of that. They should be proud of that, but they don't just sell Rams. Yeah, check out the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with 200 vehicles available and 30 under $20,000. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices. Unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. We'll take a break when we come back. 30 seconds here. Before we get to Mike Bibby at 8:30, we'll get to audio from last night. Keon Ellis, Keegan Murray, and more next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
We are a local program, and also we take a very big interest in our community, especially the youth. The youth are the future.
I believe that. Believe so.
If you, in fact, teach them well,
yeah,
and let them lead the way,
yeah,
you know, a lot of other stuff's going to happen. I don't say this often. I might say it once, maybe twice a year. But I'm talking to the parents right now. Okay. There are times in a child's life, generally between 8 and 13, 8 and 14, where you can give them a memory that will last a lifetime. And so I'm talking to the parents here right now. Provided there's nothing crazy going on tomorrow, that anything crazy is going to get missed, provided obviously your kid's doing well or well enough, I would invite every parent out there to wake up in the morning. Everybody goes downstairs, they're eating their cereal, getting ready for the day, to say to their kid, I have a surprise for you. We're taking the day off, because tomorrow is one of those days that it is 100% okay to play hooky because of sports. It is opening day in baseball, and that's your headline, where tomorrow.
So they're going to watch it, not go, because there's nothing local.
There's nothing local. But you know what? Maybe you go back, you take a nap, maybe you go to breakfast, you come back, and at noon, you've got Brewers and Yankees on ESPN.
Go Bombers.
Also, generally, the MLB Network does a free preview. I don't know if they are this year, but generally they will for the first week or two of the season. Giants, Reds at 1:10, and then even the Athletics of wherever. They're taking on the Mariners in Seattle tomorrow at 7:10, amongst the two final games of the day behind the Cubs and the Diamondbacks. But Jason Ross, it does not stop there. Because at 4:09 p.m., number 6 BYU will be playing number 2 Alabama as we kick off the Sweet 16, followed by Maryland versus Florida. That's a 4 versus 1 a half hour later. 2 hours after that tip-off, number 4 Arizona, number 1 Duke at 6:39, and then again a half hour later, everything's staggered for a reason. Number 3 Texas Tech takes on John Calipari's Arkansas Razorbacks. So you've got not only baseball, but you've got March Madness Sweet 16s. It's just one of those like super cool springtime. Maybe the weather's not cooperating completely, but I'm telling you, if it works out and your kid can handle the day off educationally, my dad and mom let me do that once, and I to this day remember it.
Yeah.
It's a cool memory, man.
Also, Kings Blazers tomorrow night. Like, it's a great sports day.
Kings Blazers tomorrow night. I apologize for not including that. And if we really want to get crazy, maybe somebody's got a full sports bar set up in their house. You've also got the first round of the Texas Children's Open in Houston, Texas, featuring such golfers as Charlie Hoffman, Rory McIlroy, Camila Villegas, Thorbjorn Olsen, Ricky Fowler, Scotty Scheffler, former FedEx Cup winner Brent Snedeker, Tony Finau. There's a lot of golfers there, Jason. A lot of them.
It's a good list.
It's a great list. So you
It's
got
a good day.
baseball, golf,
Tournament,
Kings. Let your kids stay home.
Yeah.
Let your kid, again, if there's a test,
Enjoy
if
the
the
day.
kid's struggling, I get it. But I'm saying to parents out there, if you want to give your kid a memory, tomorrow is a great opportunity to do that. Unlike last night, all the memories were nightmares for the most part. Here's Keegan Murray talking about the first half for your Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, I think I feel like the attention to detail obviously wasn't there, and then their transition baskets and us not doing well on offense, I feel like affected us a little bit. So we turned around in the third quarter, but at that point, it's too late. They're a really good team, and they're a team that's capable of just chipping away and getting the lead to 10, 20 points in a matter of seconds. So,
yeah, that didn't work out. That didn't work out at all, Keegan Murray. How about trying to shoot more threes for the Big Kings?
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough to try and figure out how to hunt threes in a way with this team so far. But I feel like over the last couple of weeks, I've kind of felt like a rhythm in a way. And obviously Doug wants us to get up around 40, 45 threes a game. So I have to do my part in helping that.
By the way, I saw this in the chat. I was curious if it would come off of the internet into our chat from Mark, who's a loyal listener, a good guy. So this certainly isn't a shot at him. He said, Keegan and Keon at the podium again. We got a weird franchise, which I'm not. Yeah, we do have a weird franchise, but I just want to. There is a thought that, and it's not unfounded, by the way, that when the team wins, we generally will see Sabonis, DeRozan, or Levine. When the team loses, it's Keegan Murray, it's Keon Ellis, or whomever. I'm not here to say whether anyone's right or wrong, whether it's coincidence or not. I'm not taking shots at anybody. I just want to reiterate, because we went through this with De'Aaron. The players do not decide who goes to the podium. That is the team that decides who goes to the podium. And I'm not saying the team's doing anything sinister either. I'm just saying what I don't want to see are comments, and Mark wasn't doing this, but I have seen them elsewhere like, oh, when the team loses, Zach LaVine and Domantas Sabonis don't want to go to the no, that's not. It is not under their control whatsoever. And by the way, I know both Domas and I think Zach LaVine spoke last night at their lockers too. So trust me,
they bring two into the press room, and honestly, from yesterday, well, Keegan had the best game of anybody, and Keon was pretty good too. I mean, I had no problem with that.
No, I just sometimes things get started. And,
not a thing.
No, not a thing at all. Let's talk about, been a lot of talk about vibes lately. Here's Keegan Murray, who I like to call the king of vibes. Yeah, the Vibinator.
Yes.
He's talking about the team's vibes going on right now.
I mean, I don't think it's bad. I mean, it's obviously not a great stretch to be in, especially this late in the year with the teams that we have just played and still have to play. And I feel like if we have a bad locker room, that's not a good sign for the rest of the season. So I think everyone's still connected together. So I'm not worried about the vibe in our locker room, so to say.
Okay. Well, let's get Keon Ellis' his take on the first half of yesterday's game.
Definitely not great. I think we all know that, and I think we know that we have to put ourselves in better situations because, I mean, like I've said before, I think we showed that we're a team that can compete and that can fight, and I just think we can put ourselves in that situation to give ourselves a chance.
And both Keon and Keegan spoke on their opponent last night, Jason, Oklahoma City. We'll go back to Keegan Murray for that, his thoughts on the Thunder and them winning 6.
I think almost in a way they've matured, especially from they pretty much have the same team from my first year until now. So a lot of the guys mature. They've gotten better as a unit. And obviously he's playing at an MVP level, and they have guys around him that are playing at a high level too. So when you have that combination, they're a tough team to beat.
All right, let's go over to Keon Ellis. His thoughts on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Feel the Thunder.
Well, I think their offense, they have a bunch of good role players. And I think you try to get the ball out of Shea's hand a little bit. And then when we did, their role players knocked down shots to kind of just keep them afloat and keep their offense moving well. So I think, the looks they got definitely helped them for sure. So when they're knocking down shots like that, and then we're not playing to our best level, definitely makes it easier for them to gain confidence and to continue rolling.
I don't see any weaknesses in them. I mean, the only thing they haven't done is win the title, and they can't do it until they get there. So they're really good.
Look, the playoffs are the playoffs for a reason. Nobody expected Dallas to beat them last year. But I'm getting the same vibes from OKC right now that we got from Denver a couple of years ago. When we try to make it too complicated, it shouldn't be too complicated. I think there's exactly two major threats to Oklahoma City, and that's Boston and Cleveland. And I've seen Oklahoma City beat both of them. You're right. I don't, barring an injury or something crazy, I just don't see how you beat this team 4 out of 7. I could see them getting beat once or twice. Hell, maybe against one of those aforementioned Cleveland or Boston's 3 times. I don't know how the hell you beat them 4 times.
Yeah, and in the West, I mean, I don't know what matchup. Obviously, and Dallas beat them a couple times earlier this year when they had Luka and Kyrie. So maybe there's something about those two specifically, which are obviously great players. Well, it's not the same team anymore. I don't know if a Luka and LeBron would bother. I don't know. But they're great offensively, great defensively. Balanced experience. They were the 1 seed last year too, so it's not like they've snuck up on people. They're even having a better year, and they're having a historical year. They got the largest margin of victory for the season, like point total better than the 73-1 Warriors.
Only the Cavs, Celtics, and Nuggets have a better offensive rating. As a matter of fact, the Nuggets and Thunder are both tied at 118.9. The Cavs, Celtics, the Thunder are the 3rd best offensively rated team in the NBA. They are just to give you an idea, the Clippers, Magic, Rockets, Celtics, and Timberwolves, okay, are 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, respectively, in defensive rating. The difference between 2nd and 6th is 1.1 point of defensive rating. The Thunder are number 1 in defensive rating. They are 3.3 points ahead of second place. Crazy. They're so far and away ahead, the best rated defensive team in the league. It's absolutely silly. You're probably wondering where the Kings are. The Kings are number 20 at 115.1. So that's a little over 9 behind, or right around 9 behind. Number 4 in offense, number 1 in defense. You've missed a lot of Chet Holmgren. You're missing a lot of all-star Jalen Williams. You assume they'll be healthy and ready to go for the postseason. How the hell you beat these guys 4 out of 7?
I don't know.
I would be absolutely surprised if the Oklahoma City Thunder aren't raising the Larry O.B. coming here in a couple months. We'll take a break. When we come back, speaking of B for Bibby, Mike Bibby, the brand new head coach of the Sac State Hornets and an old friend of ours and yours. We'll talk to him coming up next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Everyone has a past, but what happens if you've made mistakes and made good on that past, but it keeps following you? Are you looking for an attorney to erase past records and restore your rights? Maybe even restore your gun rights? Do you need a reputable criminal defense attorney who knows even good people make bad mistakes? Well, the attorneys at Gonzalez Law Office are here to help. Find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. We don't settle for less, and neither should you.
The wait is over. Rivercats baseball is back. Whether you're cheering on your team with friends or enjoying a fun night out with the family, Sutter Health Park is the place to be. With exciting giveaways, great food, and plenty of entertainment, join us for another year of Rivercats memories all season long. Don't miss the first games of 2025. Grab your tickets today at rivercats.com.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
The Amish have a reputation for craftsmanship, determination, and quality. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. You know, those virtues sound quite similar to the Keys family and the day-to-day values on display at Naturewood. The Amish furniture craftsmanship begins with the finest hardwood, shaping and molding the raw materials into one-of-a-kind art. In addition to the classic styles long sought and revered by discriminating furniture lovers, Naturewood Home Furnishings offers a vast selection that includes transitional, modern, farmhouse, arts and crafts, and other stunning styles, all available in the ultimate Amish standard of excellence built over centuries. All Naturewood Amish furniture is on sale right now for a limited time. Let the Naturewood team guide you through their selection of Amish furniture that will be with you forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
That's right. We're back. Mike Bibby is going to be joining us here in just a second. The brand new head coach at Sacramento State. Wonder if that sunk in for him just yet, Dave.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very excited. Joining us right now.
There he is.
There he is. Oh, let's see how this sounds. The head coach of your Sac State, Mike Bibby. Michael, good morning. Congratulations.
How are you guys doing? Thank you for having me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
Mike, I said this earlier, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this out of school. If you do, then it's really uncomfortable for me. You and I were together last summer, and I know that, and we had a very broad conversation about your love for the city and your interest in certain things. And I won't get too specific, but you might remember, I think it was you, me, and Matt at the table with a couple others. And I was like, Mike, let's go. Come on the show. Let's do this. And you were very intent on, and I remember you saying this, I want to do this the right way. I want to go through the right channels. I want this. This is important. You've been thinking about this for a while. And I told that story just to underline how much respect I have for you in going through the process and thinking long-term. Really, this isn't something you thought up a week ago. It seems like you've had your eye on this for a minute.
It's been years. It's been years, and I mean, the last time the job came up, I was looking for it at the same time too. I mean, it didn't go through. Everything is God's timing, and it wasn't my time yet for the job. So, I mean, it came. The spot came free again, and I've been talking to Luke. I've been talking to Mark, and I mean, I think it was the right time now. We're looking for to get kind of spruce the school up a little bit. Um, Kind of make a splash, and I think we could do. I think we could do that with the guys that we'll probably be bringing in.
So why did you want this? Why back Sacramento for you? What's the goal for you here, Mike? Why was this the job you wanted so badly?
I mean, I I got drafted by Vancouver. I played 3 years there. It was kind of like people, I mean, it's crazy because when I was there, people were like, what happened after college? You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm still playing, So I think my life my life kind of started. I got rejuvenated going to Sacramento. Kind of started my basketball career there. Had played half of my career there, and I felt it was only right to come back to Sacramento State to kind of do the same thing with my coaching career.
So which is great because now all that's left really is Weber. We have 80% of the starting lineup either is coaching or GMing or has or whatever. Even Peja was with Vlade. And with you, we tried to make the point yesterday, Mike. We've seen ex-players come in and big names, and they want to coach and do their thing. And it doesn't always work out in part because of the pedigree. But I wanted to make sure people remembered you come from coaching royalty. You've been around coaching your entire life. And I like to think when you were on the floor, especially here, you were Rick Adelman's right hand out on the floor. So really, Mike, although you had a great playing career, you've been a coach your whole life.
I have, and it's kind of started. My son's 27 now, and
Jesus, come on.
So when he was running around there when he was 6, so I started coaching him when he was 9 years old, and it kind of was to try to get some of these kids the right teaching because I've seen the right coaching. I've seen kids get coached before and they just let them play. They don't really teach them anything, and I never really thought I was going to get into coaching this big until I went into a practice when he was a freshman in high school, and I didn't like what I saw, and I talked to the athletic director and I just told him like, hey, I put my son. I'm not a helicopter dad, so I'll put my son in a situation. If you're the coach, I want to make sure you're taking care of him. I want to make sure he's coached the right way and stuff like that. And I came into practice, and the AD came to me. I was like, I don't like what's going on. There's 2 kids over here on their phone. They go and get breaks whenever they want, and I just said, like, I probably am going to take my son out of this school afterwards to try to put him out of school to where somebody could teach him. And he was like, well, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this coach. So would you like to coach? And I was like, yeah, I like to coach. And then so I just got into it. And I've been passionate about it, since he was 9. But it started to grow more on me. And I just like, okay, I love teaching kids. I like to get them the right teaching. And the thing with me, the way I coach, I want these kids to learn. I think I'm a great teacher. I could teach them the stuff that they're trying to be. I was a college All-American. I played in the NBA. Every college basketball player wants to do that, and I think I could help them with that. I went to a training camp. I won't say the team, but I went to a training camp, help coaching a few summers ago, and they were kind of teaching guys how to X out of a double team. And I went up to one of the coaches. And I was like, I'm teaching this to my high school. These NBA players don't know this. And they were like, no, nobody teaches them that. So I'm going to kind of give back to these kids that are coming up. And if they do go to the next level, no matter where it's at, whether it's overseas, the G League, the NBA, that they won't be behind the 8 ball when they get there.
As we're talking with the new Sac State head basketball coach, Mike Bibby. Mike, I'm thinking of Lute Olson, Rick Adelman, just anywhere along your career, you've been influenced by guys. So if we're looking at a Mike Bibby-led program this year, next year, a couple years down the line, what do you want that to look like at Sacramento State?
I wanted to be successful. I wanted to see, the fans. And the good thing about being in Sacramento is that, they want to see a winning team, but I think we'll still have people come out because I'm the coach. And I think once we start winning, we're going to turn the city upside down because I think they've been waiting for this at Sacramento State. And like I've been saying since I've been winning the NBA, that Sacramento fans are the best, and I think they'll come out and support.
Does everybody have like 84-inch biceps? Like, how's that weight room going to look, Mike?
We got stuff going on. I don't want them to lift heavy. I mean, the thing now is to be agile. You saw when I was playing, I was skinny, long, and I mean, just be agile. So I'm gonna keep them things, but we're gonna be on that track. I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna be running a lot. They're gonna be in shape, and the style of play that we have will be up and down. We'll be scoring a lot of points.
So it's interesting, you've obviously played in the pros, we know that, but it's college is where you landed here. This is what you wanted, recruiting, NIL. It's a little bit different, obviously, than when you played and were so successful at Arizona. What do you think you're jumping into with kind of the current state of college hoops?
With me, I think the kids deserve something. The type of money they're getting I don't know if I don't want to say ruining college, but it's like you said, it's making it different to where now kids can go wherever they want. Now it's not holding kids about. I'm gonna hold my kids a bit accountable. I want these kids to come here and have to go through adversity, because when you get in regular life, you're gonna face adversity. I don't want them to come in and once it starts getting tough, they bow down and tuck their tails and leave. I don't want kids like that. I want tough kids that, okay, if I'm not starting, what do I have to do to start? And that's going to change. I'm going to change the culture in every aspect at Sacramento State.
And Mike, you also carry that respect of being obviously an ex-NBA player, but also somebody who was young and had the whole world thrown at him. A lot of times people talk about the team dime from back in the day, which we think is like team quarter now. We've all gotten older. but what people also, it was tough to kind of understand too at the time was that was also a group of people that you knew and that were close to you and that you trusted and that treated you like Mike Bibby and not Mike Bibby NBA player. And I think you realized early on, look, we've all had ups and downs in our youth and our careers and all that, but you realized very early on that it's important to surround yourself with trustworthy people and to keep yourself grounded. I imagine some of that advice is going to follow through in with you coaching these young kids as well.
And a lot of that team dime, people use a name. It wasn't all of us doing all that stuff that was going around town. So a lot of team dime is mostly, brothers, cousins, uncles, aunts. It's mostly family. We sprinkle a few friends in there, here and there, but I mean, it's a lot of family. I consider them my friends' family as well. But I'm gonna give these little kids a lot of knowledge. They can lean on me like a father figure. I want them to be able to talk to me. I want them to be able to go out there and be confident on the court. To go out there, it's okay to make mistakes. I've seen a lot of college coaches, like my son even played for a few college coaches, and one mistake, you're out the game. So now, I mean, that changes the whole concept, the way a kid plays. And I'm going to put in these kids' head, like, you can make mistakes. I don't care what you do. Go shoot. You miss 100 shots. Go shoot 100 shots and miss 100 shots. Play basketball. Play hard. But if that effort's not there, I'm going to make sure you hear about me. I'm going to be on your head if the effort's not there. So as long as you play hard and play with each other and play together and play unselfish, we're going to be fine.
I know that who you hire as well with you will be equally as important to you starting the program. I'm sure you're in that process of trying to figure out who's going to join you on the coaching staff. How's that going as far as building out the rest of your group?
It's good. I got a lot of the guys that were with me at the high school. I trust those guys. And, everybody always says no one has experience. Oh, this guy doesn't have experience. This guy doesn't have experience. If no one gives you experience, how are you supposed to get it? Yep. You know what I mean? And so I don't have any college experience, but I've coached. I've played college. I played at the highest level. And the only thing I think I need help was with the compliance stuff. And that somebody's going to help me with that. And, I'm going to get a guy that, has 20, 30 years that can help me in that aspect. I got some NBA guys coming in, but I'm bringing in some of my high school guys that were with me when I was coaching my high school as well.
We're talking to Mike Bibby, brand new Sac State head basketball coach. Mike, I kind of want to go back to a point Jason made earlier in the show, and then also you guys touched on towards the beginning of the interview. But, Vlade, Doug Christie, Peja, Bobby Jackson, Brad, who, looks like Jesus with a beard now. You guys you're Arizona, North Carolina, Indiana, Serbia. They're not from here, but all seem to kind of relocate to this area. And, I know that you guys walk on water here and well-deserved for everything back in the early 2000s, but, just how does that feel being able to come back and really, I know what it is in part, we talked about it, was giving these fans what they deserve.
I mean, it's great. Like I said, Sacramento was a second home to me. It was an easy choice coming back and starting my career off. And, I've always, I wouldn't say the easiest way to get back in, but I thought that would be the best way to come back in, to where people will see me, they'll trust me. Like I've been doing NBC Sports Bay Area for the last 2 years, and just to be a part of the Kings again, I was happy. So I mean, it's great to be in Sacramento. It was great to be a part of the Sacramento Kings. I'll always be a Sacramento King for life. I always have bias towards them, but it's just good to be back there. I got this job. I cried, and it was just a great feeling to feel like, okay, I'm gonna make all these guys regret for not giving me a chance, and I appreciate Luke and Mark giving me that chance, and I'm not gonna let them down.
That's awesome. Well, I know you got a lot of blessings, a lot of good things going, but where does being a volleyball dad rank right now on your list?
You know what? I wouldn't trade anything for watching my kids play sports, but it's killer. It's a killer. Like, you'll get there at 7:30, you'll leave at 3. They play. It's like a killer thing, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. Like, my daughter's in 10th grade right now. She's getting recruited by some pretty good schools, and just to see her happy and be out on the court and have something in her mind that she is looking forward to is a great opportunity. I love it.
That's awesome. As we leave, because you're so fit and have gained so much muscle, we did a thing about a few months ago. We've heard a lot about it, Mike. It's a 3-day fast where all we do is drink water with a little bit of electrolytes. In fact, our producer, Christopher Lott, is on day 2 of that right now. I just got to ask you, I imagine rather than fasting, you're probably doing the opposite mostly, which is packing protein. But are you familiar with the 3-day fast? Do you recommend it at all? Do you have any thoughts? Have you tried it?
I like to eat. So, and a lot of people, that picture that they showed on ESPN is really like, it might have been doctored a little bit, but I mean, with age, you get bigger, you swell up, you do different things. So, I'm almost 50 years old, so I'm fine with eating. I don't care what happens. And, I always say, I'm going to try to stay in the best shape I can, but I'm not going to go crazy and try to kill myself trying not to eat.
See, Mike and I have something in common. The older we get, closer to 50,
like to eat.
We like to swell up and grow. Problem is, it's his biceps and my stomach. Mike, congratulations, brother. Honestly, welcome back home, and I underline home. We love you. We are excited for you. We're excited for what you bring to Sac State, a wonderful program. And most of all, we're just excited to have you back as a vibrant member of the community. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back. There's going to be some big things going on, so you guys be ready. Hold on to your hats. It's about to be a long ride.
You got it. We'll be checking in with you all year long, my man. Take care.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That's Mike Bibby. We're way late for a break. Sac State head basketball coach Mike Bibby. Love it. And if you missed any part of that, check it on YouTube shortly after the show. We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not? We'll recap 3 in the key. And Katie Christensen at the top of the hour right after this.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all grills are created equal. When buying a new grill, every detail matters. For March, grab a $149 gift with purchase of every new Napoleon Prestige stainless steel grill, including a pizza lover starter kit and much more. More March savings include up to $79 off Rogue models. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last, with a lifetime warranty and premium stainless steel that boasts quality. See how Napoleon will help you achieve the perfect grilling experience. Visit Green Acres Nursery today with your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event ends soon. Power up your drive with more miles and fewer fill-ups. Toyota leads the way with more hybrids than any other brand, backed by Toyota's legendary reliability. Shop great deals on 16 Toyota hybrid models from the longest-lasting brand on the road. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year complimentary scheduled maintenance plan. Don't miss the final days of Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event. Toyota, let's go places. See your Toyota dealer for Toyota Care details and exclusions. Woohoo!
Unbelievable.
All right.
Those are the sounds of tax accountants rejoicing after experiencing the power of Blue Jay, the leading generative AI solution for tax research. Tax season is here, and if you're an accounting firm, the pressure is on. Long hours and tight deadlines make this time of year a challenge for even the most seasoned tax professionals. So, tax accountants, here's your solution. Blue Jay, the preferred partner solution of CPA.com for tax research. Ask a complex tax question, and Blue Jay gives you better tax answers in seconds. Save time and maximize your clients' refunds with high-speed, accurate, and intuitive AI technology built with a library of only the most trusted tax resources, updated daily to keep up with changes in tax. For a limited time, save 40% off at bluejay.com/start now. That's BLUE, the letter J.com/start now. Or text BLUE to 511-511. Blue Jay, generative AI for better tax answers. Text BLUE to 511-511 today. Tax fees may apply.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-750-2525. That's 800-750-2525. Again, that's 800-750-2525.
If you love golf but don't want to play the same 18 holes over and over, at Timber Creek and Sierra Pines, you get 27 holes of variety, so every round feels fresh. And with a Premier Club membership, you'll enjoy unlimited golf with a cart, unlimited range use, exclusive discounts, and 2 complimentary guest passes to share the experience. With pristine conditions, a scenic layout, and an award-winning reputation, Timber Creek and Sierra Pines is Sacramento's #1 rated golf destination. Stop waiting. Become a Premier Club member today at timbercreekgc.com.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home with a 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
The Memphis Grizzlies.
Are they?
Last night, they beat the Jazz 140-103 in something that has never happened in NBA history. They had 9 players make a three-pointer last night.
It's pretty good.
What are you looking at, stupid bear?
Yeah.
You want that cut nearby, don't you?
You know what else I want? I want this cut nearby at all times. That's honestly, we've had Feel the Roar. We've had Here We Roar, I think.
We had a bunch of Here We.
A lot of Here We's. Yeah. I think that's the slogan next year.
Instead of Light the Beam?
Instead of Light the Beam, we throw that on some, get the Kings to throw them on some T-shirts, opening night maybe.
It works for a lot of ways.
I think that's the slogan for next season.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Who's not, Chris?
Dirt pathways between pitcher and home plate.
Wait. Dirt pathways between the pitcher's mound and home plate are not hot?
They're not hot because before yesterday, the only team to have it was the Detroit Tigers, which was there for many, many years.
Yeah.
You got rid of it.
Why?
Now there's none in any Major League Baseball park.
That made it unique.
Hey, Sacramento, maybe you could do something.
Sorry guys, my good friends at American Energy Heating and Air are at the house right now and to install the furnace and AC, and they're very kind people, just wondering if when they're informing me that I have a dog screaming and if it's all okay. Because Nacho doesn't bark. She literally, it's a blood-curdling scream. Meanwhile, the other two ding-dongs are in their kennel right now. So
does she like not bark it a lot, but when she does, it comes out as a scream? Or does she bark a lot?
It's usually when she's surprised, like knocks at the door, stuff like that. They all go nuts. It's just stupid. But, like what's really fun is sometimes when I get out of bed and get ready and Melissa's still sleeping, the dogs are on the bed. And what Nacho does is she crawls underneath the covers and sleeps where I was, where it's warm. And so I'll go downstairs, do my stuff, prep for the show. And then when I come back upstairs, she hears a noise and it's 3:45 in the morning. I come back upstairs very quietly to, take a shower, put my clothes on. And a lot of times when I open the door, and naturally that doesn't help Melissa. Yeah, it's super duper smooth. All right. We got a 3 in the key from last night before we get to Katie Christensen at the top of the hour. Kings versus Thunder. We went into Golden One last night with a hope and a prayer against the Thunder. Looked real bad in the first half, and in the second half it got a lot better, but then we did not make any shots, and it was
you can only do 2.
I only have enough. Yeah. Back to you.
Okay, we predicted or asked the question of who would be the plus-minus leader.
Yeah, who would be the plus-minus leader?
Dave, you said it would be Jake LaRavia at -4. Well, LaRavia was -16.
Oh, I was close.
I said Trey Lyles at +3. He had an odd DNP coach's decision. And Chris said it would be the Chune at -2. He was -15. We should have known. It was Isaac Jones, Isaiah Crawford, and Terry Taylor for +9.
The law offices of Jones, Crawford, and Taylor.
Yeah, they were awesome.
They were fantastic.
Maybe should have played more.
Probably should have started them.
Okay, how about this? How well do we do here? Largest lead Sac, largest lead OKC. Chris said it would be 7 for the Kings, 19 for the Thunder. I said it'd be 5 for the Kings, 21 for the Thunder. Dave, you said it'd be 4 for the Kings, 24 for the Thunder. It was 3 and 25. You were right there.
I was right there. I was right there.
Good job.
Thank you.
You were even better though on your random stat.
I didn't even text you guys.
You said Keegan Murray would make 5 or more 3-pointers. He made 9 of them.
Yeah.
I should get the assist for that.
Why?
Because you said that the Kings are going to win, and I said, with everyone having a minus. Your best plus-minus was -4 for Jake LaRavia.
I know. I don't feel like that has anything to do with Keegan Murray 3-pointers, but
good job, though.
Thank you. Thank you. Really good. Yeah. Really good one for me.
I said the Thunder will have 7 players in double figures.
No.
It's 6. Terrible call. I don't like that call. And Chris said that SGA would have 14 or more free throws. He was 9 for 10. Not bad, though, as a group. We were good. We were good yesterday. Better than the Kings.
A lot better than the Kings. Yeah. We got a break. Somebody on the text line. This is a great point. I thought Mike Bibby was fantastic. Thanks again to him. Yeah. I also thought we were fantastic.
I agree with that.
We did a great job. How did we both miss this question, Jason? Will Mike Bibby be clipping his nails on the sidelines? How did we miss that?
Well, I feel like we're going to get him on again.
I hope you're right.
In 2 minutes.
Just ask that question. Just ask that one question. Yeah. We'll ask one question, maybe more, with Katie Christensen, analyst for your Sacramento Kings. She had the night off last night. We'll see how she took in the game and her thoughts overall on the end of the season. We'll do that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their tools, but to protect their professional reputations. Whether it's inside or outside of work vehicles, a WeatherGuard badge means pros can trust that their hard-earned name is in good hands. Since 1968 and every day since, WeatherGuard has been protecting anything it takes to build a professional reputation. WeatherGuard, established in 1968, proven every day. WeatherGuard.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Have you ever dreamed of shopping for the perfect jewelry from home? Well, now it's possible, and you can even build your credit. PrestigiOJewelers.com now offers online shopping, making us the premium credit jeweler nationwide. With an exceptional selection of fine jewelry, from engagement rings and gold chains to sparkling diamond earrings and much more. With over 30 years of experience, Prestigio guarantees you'll find exactly what you're looking for. It's fast and easy. Once approved, you'll receive a guaranteed credit line from $400 to $10,000. All you need is to be 18 years or older, have a valid form of ID, be employed for a minimum of 6 months, and a bank account for automatic payments. PrestigiOJewelers.com is the perfect way to establish or reestablish your credit with interest rates at only 2.25% per month. We are here to help you with monthly reporting to all major credit bureaus. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. Visit us online at PrestigiOJewelers.com or at one of our locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno. Enter code SACTOWNSPORTS at checkout to save 10%.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, it's Ram Truck Month. The sales event's going on right now, and I know that means heavy discounts.
It's not just a discount. It's big discounts on hard-to-find Ram heavy duties. Right now, save up to $16,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. When you need a hard-to-find truck, Hoblet has it, with over 500 new Rams available.
Just one of the many reasons Hoblet always ranks as one of the biggest and best Ram dealers in all of America.
And we are proud of that. But we don't just sell Rams. You have to check out the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with 200 vehicles available and 30 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$16,000 total net savings after $71.29 factory rebates and $88.71 dealer discounts. Rebates include $500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders and $66.29 West BC standalone 10% below MSRP. 5 vehicles at this net savings. Sample VIN 316786. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. See dealer for details.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Yep. Hey there. Hey, get busy. Let's see. Is she, though, joining us right now?
Hey,
the her analyst for your Sacramento Kings. Busy analyzing, momming, spousing, and surviving.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
lots going on.
Surviving. The survivors. The one, the only Katie Christensen. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, fellas.
How you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
I don't know. I'm good. Jason, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Could be better, but I'm good.
I could be, sometimes I get a little sore in the morning.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
Just by waking up.
Just by waking up. Just getting older and all that.
It's age, Dave. It's age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I got a big birthday coming up. Do you happen to remember my 40th birthday, Katie? You remember the mood I was in?
Terrible. Abysmal.
That wasn't like a day. You were in that for a while.
I was in that for a while, and I'll give Katie all the credit in the world. She did everything she could to cheer me up, like got me a super sweet present, and was just trying to be a good friend. I was just not having it. It was not. It's going to be worse.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, it was a deplorable, reaction to turning 40.
It was deplorable in the sense, everybody leave me alone. I'm going to be in my room for a couple of days. How do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, as if the gift of another birthday is something to be really upset about.
Oh, come on. How do you think it's going to be this August when that birthday happens and my daughter's going to UCLA a month later?
Did she decide?
All but she's got a couple more
Dave's
left.
Decided for her.
Yeah, I got her first. She has a pennant. That was the first thing. She got a pennant.
So it's official then.
She has to go. She's still got a couple more this week, but Katie, I think UCLA is the one. Sorry,
that is a big deal. Big deal.
So I'll need all my friends this August because I'm going to be catatonic. Nobody cares about that. Everybody cares about the Kings. Katie, it's a little different for you last night, right? TNT games, you get a chance to, and not that you're not watching the game, obviously, when you work, you're immersed in the game when you work, but do you get a little bit of a different perspective? Maybe even sometimes, I don't know if enjoyable is the right word, but just a different look when you're not having to work during the game?
No, I mean, it's the same. It's just, I still look at the game the same, but obviously not calling it. So it doesn't change much for me other than the sense that I didn't have to do hair and makeup and go to work.
I don't think the results of maybe the last couple games are that surprising, but it's, I think Doug Christie and a couple players have been interviewed after each game, Katie, have talked about there are some really good moments in these games, but equally there's moments that are causing them to not beat these good teams. I could tell there's some frustration, but Doug is trying to grasp and find longer stretches of those good moments. Is that feel to you kind of what this team is still missing this far into the season, is finding more of those long stretches of good moments?
I think that the hardest part about this is, when you kind of look back at everything that's happened since late December, Doug taking over as interim, he started off with one team, it went on a 7-game win streak. Then, a trade deadline happens and he has a completely different team. A coach leaves and, obviously Luke Laux, was kind of heading up the defense, and he leaves and takes a job at Florida State. And, then there's injuries and all these things. There's been plenty of change and adversity that this team has had to kind of endure over, the last month and a half, 2 months or so. And the reality of it is it's not shocking when you take a step outside and look in to think, wow, this team is going to struggle at times because they haven't built any true chemistry. Chemistry is built over the course of a couple seasons. It's built over training camp. And there's not a lot of continuity in that sense, given the circumstances. And so, and there's always stuff too that's going on in players' lives that people are not privy to. And there's been sicknesses. There's been, Zach left for, the team for one game for personal reasons. And people are dealing with stuff, and all of this, all of these elements factor in to the end result. And I don't think it's a lack of desire or a lack of effort or a lack of caring. It's just, you play the circumstances, and the circumstances have not been easy.
Katie Christensen joining us. Katie, when I've talked about this on the show a bunch. When I look at Oklahoma City's starting lineup, they obviously have the likely MVP, but when you look at their lineup as a whole, if you were to grade them all in a vacuum, just give them, talent points or whatever, And the Kings starting lineup, whether it's Monk or Sabonis or Levine or DeRozan, whoever, Keegan, they're not that far off. They're both incredibly talented, but Oklahoma City is just so much better. They are clearly a far superior team. Is it fit? Is it role? Is it a combination of things? What is the difference when the talent isn't that far off?
Well, it goes back to circumstances, right? Oklahoma City is a young team that has been developed together over the course of multiple seasons. And they have improved every single year because they've had time to gel, to, have very defined roles. All of that stuff truly matters, and I've always been a proponent of the best talent doesn't mean you have the best team. It just doesn't work that way because so many different things factor into it. To me, the biggest one is time together, right? And right now, as the roster stands for Sacramento, it's a fairly new roster, and they've gotten older, right? These are all experienced guys. And I think sometimes that's a challenge too, because it's not that it's for lack of talent, but it's also, roles are really, really important. And what are the roles defined? Is the style, is the system, is all of that truly defined? And is your philosophy firmly in place? When you look at it and all of the things I mentioned, in the first question about the amount of change that's happened in the last 2 months, that's a huge obstacle to overcome, especially in the Western Conference when you're scratching and clawing to try and be in a position to position yourself into the postseason. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. So you look at a team like Oklahoma City last night, very, very defined roles, time together, chemistry, philosophy, all of that firmly in place and a solid foundation that they have been able to build on over the course of time.
Katie, we know they were just taking on just a brutal portion of the schedule. Record, it lightens up, but that doesn't mean, it can't be a group that's that confident going into Portland tomorrow. But you know it. You can get in the confidence back pretty quickly. What do you expect now that the Kings see a little bit of a lighter portion, at least record-wise, of teams they're playing?
Well, I mean, there has to be motivation, right? And it's crazy how matchups really, really matter. And Portland has been a tough matchup for them. Kind of like you look back to last year and how New Orleans was just a team that the Kings could not figure out a way to get a win against. And it was purely about matchups and the struggle from that component. And so, Portland is a team that they have a ton of length, a ton of, athletic leaping players that are very much embedded in Chauncey's, system of defense and intensity and physicality. And they have made massive progress throughout the course of the season. And they're not an easy team to get a win against. Their record might not reflect it, but they're in games. You know what I mean? They are a challenge night in and night out. So, I think more than anything, it's for the Kings. It's about, to a certain degree, when you've struggled over a homestand like the Kings have, purely based on, in my opinion, the strength of schedule. And we knew this with about 15 or 20 games left. The Kings had the second toughest schedule remaining in the NBA. That is just reality. It's part of the reality of the NBA. And so when you look at kind of the stretch ahead, sometimes even being on the road is a gift in that sense, because the games are coming quick on this road trip as well. There's not a 2-day break in between any. It's like you've got back-to-backs, you've got a day off in between. The travel is going to be intense. You're going from Florida, you're going to be in Cleveland and Indiana and Charlotte and Washington, D.C. And, there is a legit, travel component to it. But I think a lot of times when you're kind of on that schedule, you're on the road together, it can really be a benefit in a way where it forces you to kind of come together in a bit. You're focused more because there's less distractions. And then, level of competition record wise is not as difficult as what we've seen on this homestand. So you want to believe that all of those things factored in are going to bring about a shift in momentum. And the crazy thing about momentum in this league is that, you can lose 5 in a row and then you can go on a 7-game win streak. It happens all the time. So, if you're the Kings sitting right now, the reality of the situation is you have to create and manufacture some momentum. And once you kind of can maybe get a couple under your belt, that carries, and that really helps you, moving forward in the remainder of the season.
That's a good way for us to wrap up, because Thursday against Portland, and then as you just mentioned, you're on the road for 6, East Coast, all over the place. So on one hand, Katie, just as you unpack your bag and get used to being home, you go on the road for a 6-game set, but then you don't have to travel again till October. That's got to feel nice.
You're brutal.
Just what? I'm saying
brutal.
You're done traveling till next season. That's
hopefully there's some postseason travel.
No, you might go to Phoenix. I mean, whatever. You used to live there.
Wow.
I'm just saying. That's Katie Christensen, analyst for your Sacramento Kings. Good luck on the call Thursday. Have a good trip. Make sure you pack everything correctly, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, fellas.
Bye. That's Hey, one great thing about that road trip, because of the way baseball's coming and March Madness and all that, we've got a whole week. Dude, Saturday's game against Orlando is at 2 p.m. And then it's all like 4 o'clock starts. Yes. Sunday, a 3 o'clock start. So it'll go right into the rest of the sports. It's
normalize afternoon basketball games.
That's what I'm saying. But then you get people that work till 5. They're like, thanks a lot, Chris, who gets off at 10 a.m.
I'm talking about the weekends.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm with you on that.
Yes.
We'll take a break.
I like this.
When we come back, are there better days ahead for the Sacramento Kings? Well, we'll take a look at the March Gauntlet. What's coming up right after this?
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Bob Ball throws one up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Huge savings now on new 2025 Silverado at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter.
Save $11,000 off MSRP after rebates every new Silverado LT Turbo Max with Maida Chevy's exclusive all-in-stock pricing.
And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area.
$11,000 off new Silverado at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, leasing, some other offers.
Made a great deal of Maida.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Jason, you had a very interesting Sacramento Kings stat that you were telling me during the break. Would you mind sharing with the class?
Yeah, that's why when you tease are there better days ahead. Well, here you go. This first part of it is from our own Frankie Cardicelli, Sacktown Sports Kings Insider.
Hey, Frankie!
So the Kings are...
I love this game.
The Kings...
That was the wrong button I was going for.
Hey,
That's what we do.
I heard, by the way, Frankie's under the weather or something. He's not feeling too well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Get better or you.
So there you go.
The Kings are 24-12 against teams below 500 this season.
Okay.
So 4 of their next 5 opponents are under 500. So that's one thing to make you maybe feel better. The other part is the Kings have done the most difficult part of the March Gauntlet. So Katie just said it. And remember, we've been talking about Phoenix is the most difficult schedule. The Kings have the second most difficult schedule.
Right.
Well, they've played a big chunk of that. They're now the 16th most difficult.
That's insane.
Schedule.
They've gone from 2 to 16 in like 3 days.
Yeah. And Dallas is at 18. Kings are at 16. Phoenix, by the way, still number one.
Still number one.
Yeah. So remember, they have the tiebreaker on Dallas. The lead is just a half. They're tied with Phoenix. Technically, right now it's 2-1 Kings, so that's why they listed higher in the standings.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest difference to me is this. The schedule is tougher for the Suns. It's more favorable for the Kings. Phoenix, though, is playing so well as got to be confident. The Kings aren't. And so, like, when you go, oh, it's good, it's Portland, it's, Orlando coming up and Washington and Charlotte. How good do you feel about that right now? Like, it wouldn't be shocking at all to me if Portland came in here and won. It wouldn't be.
No, it wouldn't. And you know what else? It wouldn't be shocking to me if the Kings won by 20.
True.
That's where we're at. Now, right. I agree.
Yeah.
If you gave me
there's no outcome tomorrow where I'll go, yeah, I couldn't see that.
If you gave me a choice if you told me one of two things is going to happen, the Kings would beat Portland by 20 or Portland would win, I would take Portland would win as the most likely thing than the Kings beating them by 20. But honest to God, I don't know. I don't know what the hell this team is. Here's what I do know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like this team. I don't mean personally. I mean, this has been a suck year, man. This has been the suckiest year ever for a Kings team flirting with 500.
Yeah, and I'm always for, hey, get as far as you can. You want to chip in a chair. I just think about the scenarios that are ahead.
Yeah.
I'll even paint a little bit of a rosier one and keep them in ninth. So they host Team 10, and it doesn't even matter who it is.
Yep.
You might win. You might not.
Yeah.
But let's say you do.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to the road for Team 7-8 loser.
Uh-huh.
You might win. Maybe not. Maybe probably not.
You won't be favored, but yeah.
Let's say you get through it.
Sure.
Now I've gone super positive. It's just you got the Thunder after that. And I mean, I can't, in my wildest thought, think like my optimism would be a game.
Right.
That's the optimism.
Over under, we said it earlier. It's
a half game.
Yeah, it's a half game.
Yeah,
it is.
So that's like a good scenario. Now again, anything can happen.
Uh-huh.
Then the other one is the one I'm dreading the most is they fall to 11, which some have said like to lose, like they would need to lose more because I could see them be 11th and not miss the play-in and not get
get their pick.
Because they probably have the best record of the teams not making it and picking 14th. And unless somehow, some way, in a weird world, they won the lottery and got in the top 4. Otherwise, and that odds are even worse than any of this other stuff. They're giving that pick to Atlanta and missing.
Let's just establish.
All these sound bad.
Let's just establish right now, though, so that we can talk about it if it happens in April. The absolute worst thing that could happen for this team, worse than them being 10-72, would be for them to miss the playoffs and convey that first round pick.
Which right now on the percentage, I don't know if it's the highest, but the odds are pretty good for that.
It is more than on the radar. It is more than in play. As it stands today, right now, Sacramento and Phoenix are both tied for the 13 spot, 13 and 14. Sacramento's pick would go to Atlanta. Phoenix's pick would go to Houston.
Yeah.
That is the worst case scenario. By the way, Orlando is just one game, a half game, I should say, better than the Kings.
Who they play on this trip.
That's right.
Saturday or Sunday.
Well, when I say one game better, I mean they're behind. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, whose pick goes to San Antonio, is so weird. Atlanta is exactly tied with the Kings when it comes to record. And then you have the next team would be, what would it be? Milwaukee at 40 and 30. Like
that's from someone else.
Right. Yeah. There's this mush going on right now between Dallas, Sacramento, Phoenix, Orlando, and Atlanta all have 35 wins.
Yeah, you almost have to go the other way and hope for like Chicago to keep winning, Portland maybe to catch and pass that's kind of like if you want the pick.
Yes.
If you're obviously still trying to get in, then yeah. So
as it stands right now, the Kings have a 3.8% chance at moving into the top 4. They have a 0.8 chance of getting number 1 overall. By the way, stranger things have happened.
True.
And wouldn't that just be funny if there is a team, if there is a franchise that deserves some sort of stupid, insane luck, and you get the number 1 pick and you grab Cooper Flag, it would be this one.
There would be a lot of excitement if that happened.
It would arguably be the most excitement this city has ever seen with this team. It would certainly be up there with 0-2. You would absolutely have people going bonkers.
Yeah.
So somebody freeze the envelope, please.
Yeah, like JR.
JR.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller. How are you guys doing tonight?
How are ye?
Hey, such an uplifting show this morning.
That's why we're here.
We lift you up.
That's why Reddit hates me, dude.
Oh, my God.
Uh-huh.
Katie seemed very upset with you two, Dave. Would you send your dog over to bark at her doorstep, too?
I think it's just morning, Katie. It's morning. She's never upset with me, usually. Okay, she is always.
All the time.
All the time. She's constantly upset with me.
Well, pissed in her Wheaties or something. Yeah, she was not happy. And then you're forcing your girl to go to UCLA. What was that?
That's a treasure.
Yeah,
get out of here! You got Telly Savalas over there pushing it, probably. Oh my goodness!
What, you want her to go to St. Mary's?
No, go to so a Bruin is a baby bear. Go to the real bears. Go to Cal.
Cal comes out. Cal comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's not going to Cal.
Well, actually, I forgot about St. Mary's, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go. St. Mary's is the #1 basketball school in California as far as D1.
Yeah. Well.
How's that for? How's that for a school of 3,000?
I'm looking forward to seeing them in the Sweet 16 again.
You heard me. I paid a lot of money for those advertisements.
I don't think she's going to Berkeley, dude. That's not happening. She ain't no hippie. That's all that's there. Plus,
so all those scenarios. I hope they make Chris Murray cry and never want to play basketball. Obviously, when they play Portland coming up, but. Who's the one team, Jay, out of the 4 out of 5 that has over a 500 record? They're playing on the road.
Indiana.
Oh, damn Pacers.
Yeah.
Isn't there a guy on the team there that was here and a little drama? What's that kid's name?
Buddy Hield.
He wears funky clothes to the.
He does wear funky clothes.
Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Halliburton Burner.
Yeah. Isn't that the oil company?
Yes.
That Dick Cheney was attached to.
Yes. Right before he shot himself in the head. Well done, young man.
I don't think that's how it went.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
I thought this was a sports show.
Yeah, I don't think that's what happened.
No, if JR said it, I believe
I love when JR talks about something because he gets right pieces of stories, but they're all over the place.
So is that not accurate?
No.
I think it was. I believe JR. He's never given us fake news.
They went hunting and something happened, and
he called me Telly Savalas, and I liked
it. And you enjoyed it. Wow, that was just only JR can do that.
Yeah,
I think Elmer Fudd was on the hunting trip. It seems like it was an Elmer Fudd thing with Dick Cheney, and next thing you know,
Wabbit.
Have you heard? By the way, speaking of Dick Cheney, have you heard that there's a reel out right now showing a combination of a bunch of NBA announcers that are now referring to Grady Dick as just Grady. Like they're getting too tongue-tied. There's way too much stuff out of context.
Yeah, because there's a lot of basketball terminology that if you pair it with certain words, it's like, wow.
It's out of context. It sounds like something, to be honest with you, Christopher Ladd would put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard one of those things.
Well, it's funny. I might have one for you here in a second. We'll take a break.
Huh.
When we come back, what to watch.
Yeah.
And other things. Oh, hold on. I just got some news from hold on. Chris Haynes just had some breaking news about the Bucks, and it's not Dame Lillard. Oh, okay. Antetokounmpo's out tonight with a foot sprain against the Nuggets. Sorry, it caught my eye. And Dame Lillard, by the way, deep-vein thrombosis. He's out now too.
That's happening a little bit more lately. What's going on?
I don't know.
It's been 2, but I can't remember.
I have purposely avoided that entire story because I know what's coming. I know what's coming on the text line, and I know what's coming in the chat.
Oh.
Yep.
You said they can say anything they want.
They can. It is free. MC and I are getting along better today than we ever have because he can just blow it all to smithereens. Just whatever he wants to say.
Where's Smithereens?
It's next to Albuquerque. We'll be right back after this.
Thursday night, Kings and Trailblazers. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip off at 7.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song.
I love these nachos.
I love our kickball league. Oh, I love this guy.
What's your name?
You know what I love?
A ride when it's time to head out. If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet. And we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place.
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business.
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
T-Mobile home internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
First thing, there are so many benefits. You got to talk fast.
T-Mobile home internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on there.
Get T-Mobile home internet all in for just $55 a month with autopay and any postpaid voice line.
Additional terms apply for JD Power 2024 award information. Visit jdpower.com/awards.
Got a drain that's clogged up? Or maybe a toilet? Or a faucet that just won't quit leaking? Kenny and Jerry are here from Bell Brothers, and we want you to know that it does make a difference which plumber you call.
At Bell Brothers, we respect your time by showing up when we say we'll be there. Our technicians are all background checked and drug tested and will greet you with a smile.
They're trained to do the job right the first time, and they carry over 1,000 parts on their trucks, so they won't have to order something and then come back later.
They leave the work area cleaner than they found it, and your final bill will be the same as they quoted. That's why they call us the No Surprise Guys.
So if you need a plumber, it does make a difference who you call. Call Bell Brothers. Our number is 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com. That's 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Experience the excitement of Sacramento Rivercats baseball at Sutter Health Park. From thrilling plays on the field to fun in the stands with family and friends, Rivercats baseball is for everyone. Enjoy lively entertainment all season long, the best ballpark food around, some of the finest views of the city, and baseball memories with the Sacramento Rivercats to last a lifetime. Grab your tickets now at rivercats.com.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Okay. Chat wins. I said the worst case scenario for the Kings would be they miss the playoffs
and convey their pick.
And they convey their pick. That's the worst case scenario.
They came up. Oh, no. Let's play it. What is it?
You want to know?
I do.
It's one of those things.
How bad is it? Before you say it, is it really bad?
I think it honestly.
Do you agree with the chat?
I will put it this way. I'm serious about this. I'm not saying it would, but I would sit in a dark room with Sounds of Silence playing on loop, seriously reconsidering whether or not I want to devote any more time to the Kings.
So this is something that can happen.
It is absolutely. It's not likely.
Okay, give it a percentage before you say it.
I can give you an exact percentage, as a matter of fact, Jason Ross.
Oh.
As of right now, it would be less than a 1% chance.
Oh. Okay.
The Sacramento Kings miss the playoffs. They convey their pick. Atlanta wins the lottery.
Okay. Question, though.
Oh.
Doesn't that... No,
you're right. That wouldn't
Kings
work, huh? Because the Kings would get it. It's not. You're right. Ha! Chat, you idiots.
It's after the lottery, right?
After the lottery. So that can't happen.
So even like the second if the Kings miss and the odds are really bad, if that happens, yeah, they would have to get the top 4.
Man, how happy are you now?
I'm so happy. Honestly, I almost wasn't going to share that because I didn't want to put it out in the ether. And now I'm really glad I did, because that would have been haunting me all day. I would have been like, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. That's happening. It's going to happen. Yep. I would have woken up at like 2 a.m. It's happening.
It's kind of like Atlanta's worst nightmare.
Like, honestly, if that, I know it can't happen, but if that did, like, really, if that were a scenario that could happen, I honestly would sit there listening to that and just be like, I can't do it.
Would you look at pictures of Cooper Flag?
I have in like a scrapbook, and I would turn them to the beat of the music every other line.
You would be the Wolverine meme.
100% staring at the frame in bed. And I'd just be like, that's it, dude. God hates Sacramento. That is proof. That is proof that this team is cursed. As if we don't have enough proof already. But that
would have broken you.
I think I can't sit here and say for sure that it would have. It would have definitely cracked me a bit. My mental health would go way in the dumper. Yeah, way in the dumper.
That would go in your Mount Rushmore.
My Mount.
Worst things for the Kings.
Mount Rushmore of worse on-court things for the Kings.
But then the season would happen even after all those things, and we would all say to you,
that's a great point.
Yeah.
I would rather drive from here to Phoenix in July in a car with no air conditioning where
That's driving.
Oh,
not energy, it's driving. That's the right call.
But not in a Hobbit vehicle. No air conditioning and so much stuff packed in the inside or in the back seat. And I would have to sit in the middle seat. It'd be one of those old like couch seats, and I'm in the middle, and I have Zebra on the left of me from the chat. She's driving, okay, and then MC on the right of me. And I'm not allowed to say anything the whole time, but the whole time they're going back and forth about politics. Mm-hmm. And in the
Nacho screaming
in the back seat on the floor, but then in the back, remember the old station wagons, because that's what we in with the turnaround seat.
Where you could look at what's trailing.
It would be Chris Guerrero in the back yelling at me about a podcast he wants to do. I would rather do that than have that Kings thing happen.
Okay.
Good thing we're not in that car.
Oh, I haven't finished yet. No, that would be it. By the way,
why is that a good thing, Chris? What would happen?
Yeah, what would happen? I'm sure
we'd be stuck in the car with him.
Oh.
I'm sure Chris would be amazing on that trip.
Yeah,
just instigating nonstop and then laughing in the back seat.
Really? Can you tell us more, MC?
And
I'd be saying it's warm and I love it.
You would love it, and then getting to Phoenix, you'd really love Phoenix.
I love Phoenix.
Also, shout out to my wife real quick. She tried something new last night. Okay, don't take that out of context.
Not at all.
Okay, so I don't know what it was, but she said it was Cuban. It was it's like white rice, okay? And it was ground beef, and in it had golden raisins and little tiny green olives with pimento in it, and it was like mixed into a sauce that was all on the rice. And the look you have on your face right now, I 100% had when I like, it was one of those things where I was waiting for her to not look, and then I kind of sniffed it. Like, I did not know. And sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. let me tell you something, man. It worked. It was so good. It was like elevated hamburger helper. Like it really was. And I don't know what it was about the acidity of the olives and the fruity of the golden raisins that were kind of warm and soft, you know, in there with the burger and the sauce. And I think there was a tomato in there somewhere. I don't know what the hell was going on. It was very, very good. So she asked me after, anytime she tries something new, she says, does that go on the menu? I go, let's put that on the menu. So now that is in the, it's not in the weekly rotation. It's in the monthly, like enchiladas are in the like every other week rotation. That's going to be in the monthly rotation.
What's tonight?
Cuban picadillo.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, it is what it's called. That's exactly what it is. That's what she said, but I don't think she pronounced it that way.
Pikachu.
Yeah.
Picadillo.
Yeah, it's King. It has a Cuban picadillo.
Cuban
picadillo. What?
What's on tonight's menu? Chris?
Nothing.
Nothing. Jason?
I don't know yet.
I know exactly.
Oh, you know what? I might spice it up with a little bit of ice.
Ooh.
Broth? No,
you doing the bone broth at all?
No.
It's all over there.
We will be doing a Guamanian marinated boneless skin on chicken thighs. I debone them myself. No, it's fun. But what I do is I started out on the Traeger at like 300 with the skin up, so it crisps the skin, and then flip it and flame it out, and it finishes. So we're gonna have that. Probably a little broccoli, butter, salt, and pepper, just something steamed, and then we'll probably do rice again, maybe mashed potatoes. I don't know. A little chicken and rice.
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt anybody.
Nice.
Maybe we'll do breakfast burritos for dinner, or you know what I might make tonight? Pozole.
I know what you're doing right now, and I don't like it. So why don't you just shut your trap before I put my foot in it?
In case you're wondering, Chris is at day 2 of a. That's why we all got to do it.
I don't like how you did like the dog meme of saying all the favorite things that the dog likes.
I'm just looking for your ears to pop up. This is why we all got to do it as a team. Because if just what, and by the way, Chris, can I just submit, I'm being far nicer to you in your situation than you would be if I was the only one fasting on this show. We would have already had, like, Chris would have brought meals here and microwave them, and then every break come in just eating them.
You've been eating M&Ms in front of him the whole show,
but M&Ms don't smell.
True.
They don't waft. He would bring in like
stuff.
Yeah, wafting stuff, and I'd just be like, help me.
Southern fried cabbage.
Yeah, which smells wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Celtics at Suns tonight. That
go Boston.
Go Boston. Well, maybe depending on how you feel. Some people might be
true.
Lakers at Pacers. I'm going to say go Pacers, not just because I hate the Lakers, but let's get the Pacers winning some and get it out of their system. So by the time we get there, they're due. The Giannis-less Bucks. No Giannis, no Dame.
Yeah.
Taking on the Nuggets.
Is the Joker still out? Who knows, right?
Don't know. Yeah. No, nobody knows. And the Clippers at Madison Square Garden. The Beard versus the Knicks. This time it is for real. We'll take a break when we come back. Hey, listen, let's do a little crosstalk with Alan Stiles.
Okay.
Some celebrity birthdays and more. And we'll wrap up the program next.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Snatched De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
It's Carmichael Dave talking to you about my good friends at American Energy. You're in the Sacramento area. You know how the seasons work. They are a-changing right now. So American Energy wants to help you stay warm for the rest of the cold season, but help you stay cool during the warm season. Best way to do that, make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of half off a tune-up, $24.50. They cut that right in half, and if you want a diagnostic, guess what? You can't beat free. If it's free, it's me, and now it can be you. And also, it's the end of the season blowout. $4,000 off a new system plus any rebates. That $4,000, that's a direct drop from the sticker price. It's a great deal. Check them out at theaeway.com or an instant quote, or give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event ends soon. Versatile, dynamic, and built for anything. Toyota SUVs are always up for adventure. The only question is, where to? Right now, get low financing on 2025 RAV4.
Or shop Toyota's unbeatable lineup of hybrid SUVs like Grand Highlander Hybrid, RAV4 Hybrid, Toyota Crown Signia, and Land Cruiser. Hurry in. It's the final days of Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event. Toyota. Let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Offers end 3/31/25.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place,
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
T-Mobile home internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
First thing, there are so many benefits. You got to talk fast.
T-Mobile home internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on there.
Get T-Mobile home internet all in for just $55 a month with auto pay and any postpaid voice line. Additional terms apply for J.D. Power 2024 award information. Visit jdpower.com/awards.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-646-5959. That's 800-646-5959. 800-646-5959.
Spring is here, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, a huge spring savings for you today.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's here. Fired up.
Where is everybody?
Where is everybody? Good question, Chris. Well,
hopefully they're not doing a fire drill that we didn't find out about.
Exactly. Nobody knew.
Hey, there's one.
Hey, there's one. There's Alan. No? I just asked you guys the most important celebrity birthday. I got no answers, so it's over. Now, Alan's here. Dave is, who knows? Daving.
Take your time, Alan.
Yeah.
No rush.
Chris, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. It's good. We got everybody. Now everybody. Hey, there's Dave.
Dave's got a very important phone
call. Oh, yeah.
No. All right. Did we get one of those?
Yes.
No. That color?
Yes.
This color. You just said not that color. Each show
It is
got a
this
different
color. No, we all got purple, and we're supposed to all get different colors.
Did I get one? Oh, we were. So you guys
did
got
get
purple
one.
too?
Yes.
But you weren't supposed to get purple. Why?
No, everyone gets purple, and then we're going to get other ones.
I was told only the midday gets purple.
Well, they told you wrong, and I'd worry about your
So
future.
there's no other colors?
I got purple.
You just said
Yeah.
we all get. No, there's no other colors.
See, I think the problem is Alan doesn't listen.
No.
I told him 5 times. And he
No,
hasn't
I'm
gotten
telling
it.
you what I was told.
And I think what's more likely that happened, were you told the wrong thing, or were you just not paying attention?
That's a great point right there, Chris Roulette.
I know what I was told.
Hey, so each show gets to pick like an alternate color?
We're supposed to be getting an alternate.
Are we
chosen for us?
Oh, chosen for us.
Right, so we all get
I want to
3.
say that we're getting black or gray.
I've got
So what do
black
I
and
get?
gray.
But like better, like that quality.
No, let's do like a hot pink one. Let's go for it.
But what do I get? Another purple one?
You get what you get and you like it.
Oh, I'm Dave. I'm a Giants fan today.
Today.
By the way, did an over-under of how many innings I'm going to see this season.
I would like to say, I know, about 7. I had a conversation briefly. That's why I was late with our fearless leader, Jose, because he's here. And I said, hey, now would be a great time to come in and announce the winners of the contest.
Why now?
Well, because he's here.
Well, I'm here.
Well, and that's why he's not coming in, because he felt like it might be disrespectful to you. And you know what? I understand that.
Why don't I leave?
No, I think. Let me ask you a question. You're a baseball guy, right? You say, Dr. Hit and whatever and all that stuff.
Hit Doctor.
Mr. Hit. Okay, so here's the thing. You ever see when a team wins the World Series? You ever see the other dugout where they're watching the celebration? That's you.
That's only one. This is not the same because there's 3 teams.
And well, I can't do anything about the afternoons, but you should have to watch our celebration when the boss comes in and hands us our rings,
like Stephon Diggs did.
We have a ring presentation for allegedly, I still don't know if it's official, winning the contest.
Alan, you don't have to leave because in the contest you didn't show up.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Wow. This guy needs a sandwich.
Oh my God!
Read the book. Read
Kyle's book.
Wow. You okay? You okay? We got a first aid kit outside.
I'm focused on my show.
Well, apparently not during the contest you were.
No.
That's all right. Celebrity birthdays are brought to you by Crumble Cookies. You excited for baseball tomorrow? Hey, hop on board with the train I started this morning. I want you should also give parents the idea of giving their kids a memory for a lifetime by letting them play hooky tomorrow and not telling them until the morning. Did you ever do that as a kid? Tomorrow is opening day, and then you have the NCAA tournament at 4, okay? And then you have a Kings game, Kings Portland. Oh, by the way, you have a golf tournament, just during commercial breaks. My parents let me do that once on opening day, and I got to stay home and watch all the baseball, and I still
they didn't even take you to the game?
No, we didn't have that kind of money. Money bags. No, I got to stay home and watch. I got to see Jeff Treadway on TBS. I got to see Ryan Sandberg on WGN, and then I got to see the Giants on Giants Vision.
It's not Ryan, it's Ryan.
I said Ryan. R-Y-N-E. Sandberg.
So what do you want me to do?
English fellow. Huh?
What do you want me to do?
Give parents permission to keep their kids home tomorrow. If they're good in school and they're not going to miss any tests or anything.
Write their notes for them.
Write their notes. As Chris would say, normalize kids playing hooky if they're doing well enough in school so that they can watch sports. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Celebrity birthdays. Jason.
All right. Happy birthday on this March 26th to Diana Ross from the family.
Wow. She's been around. Was she just at the Grammys? I just saw her doing something.
She is a Grammy.
She is definitely a Grammy. Diana Ross is 83.
We're probably in the 8s now, so I'm going to say 80.
82.
We have a tie between Alan and Chris, 81.
Can I just say Diana Ross, very high on the list of people I would just like to have a dinner with or something where I have 2 hours just to hear stories. She's got stories.
There's that video that comes around like every few months of her on TV, and she's singing, and like her earring starts to slide off, and she catches it without anyone noticing. It's like,
really,
it's one of those things. Like, oh my god,
I've never seen that.
Yeah, oh,
she's seen it all, dude. She's been around.
At that dinner, you'd also like to be joined by this person. Happy birthday, Martin Short.
Meryl Streep,
you mean
boyfriend?
Mr. Meryl Streep? Exactly. Marty, as his friends call him.
Clifford, great movie.
73.
69.
75.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Christopher Laud, 75. Steven Tyler, Aerosmith.
Love deuces a wild
Feather.
girl. Steven Tyler. Maybe the dirtiest man in rock and roll history, but he's got a hell of a voice. I think isn't even 70.
68.
72.
Chris is closest, 77.
Whoa! Steven Tyler, 77?
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Happy birthday to Keira Knightley.
Oh, yeah.
Now here's a pirate.
Yeah, here's a pirate.
Yeah.
Tiptoes.
Keira Knightley.
Wait, I always confuse Keira Knightley and Kate
From Pirates of the Caribbean and other things. Keira Knightley is 35.
No.
37.
42.
Chris is slightly closer, 40 today.
Hey, big birthday.
Happy birthday to Von Miller.
Oh. Someone should get this.
Von Miller is 38.
Yeah, I think he is 38. 39 sounds high, but I'll say 37.
39.
Allen's closest, 36.
Oh, young Vaughn.
Happy birthday to John Stockton.
63.
Now here's
63. 63.
60.
65.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Carmichael Dave, 63 for John Stockton.
Pass on this body like John Stockton. It's pretty cool, right? I knew that.
Dork.
Happy birthday to Marcus Allen. Not Mark S. Allen.
Oh.
Marcus Allen.
I would have gotten that right.
Because Mark S. Allen is about 102. Wow. He looks 20. Naturally. Marcus Allen. That would be UCLA's Marcus Allen, of course, former Niner. Let's see if anyone's paying attention. Marcus Allen is 68.
70.
72.
What were you guesses? 68?
68, 70, 72.
65 for Marcus.
So thank you. That's doing it.
Did you notice that they stopped playing Not Like Us after DeMar made a shot?
Oh, did they?
That was months ago.
Really?
But they just shadily stopped.
Really? Shadily? Is there something going on? Is that why Wes left? Might be.
I'm pretty sure DeMar probably told him to stop.
Yeah, he's didn't deserve him neither. That's another one. God, it's references, guys. So
Last
cool.
one. Happy birthday, Juvenile.
Back that.
Does his religion have to do with it? Anyway?
I'm going to see him next month.
Are you? Is he grown? Is he still juvenile? No, we're not. Okay.
That was a thing though. A lot of the Lils,
Yeah.
when they got older, the
big.
Youngs and the Lils,
Right.
no, they get rid of it.
Yeah, it's just MC. Nobody calls him young
Like
anymore.
Lil Scrappy got rid of
Right. It's just
the
Scrappy.
Lil.
Right.
Lil Bow Wow got rid of the
Shouldn't be-
Lil.
But how do you get rid of juvenile? How do you change
They
that? You can't
can't.
just call him Nile. Doesn't make any sense. He's not a
Yeah.
river.
Non-minor.
Juvenile is 42.
I think he's older. 44.
45.
Chris is closest, 50.
He's not a juvenile. Wes Wilcox, Kings Thunder last night. Mike Bibby, new Sac State coach, and I'm sure so much more coming up with you, Alan Stiles.
Chris Biederman coming up at 12.
On the move.
Bye now.
Somewhere to be.
See ya.
Sacramento Kings basketball.